It's fine.
Well,
Oh boy, we've made it so far, Mort. I'll be honest, I was never actually expecting us to make it this far.
that doesn't surprise me.
I'm glad we did, and I'm really enjoying it. It's just... Damn.
What are we gonna do with ourselves once we reach 1,000?
Keep going? What do you mean once we reach 1,000?
Nonsense, I thought you were going to, I don't know, kaboom explode or something.
My life is over as soon as we hit SCP-1000. Goodbye? What do you mean goodbye? Are you joining in just to leave? I mean, if you had to... I was checking to see what the first thing in 1000 was, but then, I remembered that I do already know what SCP-1000 is.
Goodbye, darling, goodbye.
Scratch and
Not
sniff,
leaving.
J-Bay.
I'm banishing you. Goodbye.
I'm being banished. Okay, goodbye.
The semi-visible man.
I won.
Oh yeah, that's enough of looking. Nose crab. Swamp god. Because that was that 3-second stream, I'm very confused. Also, I don't actually have Lurk Bait open. Let me do that. Listen, okay, Lurk Bait has been getting used less and less as of late, and so I've been forgetting it a lot more. Do I sound far away?
No?
Okay, good. I was gonna be really mad if I sounded far away. Twitch says that there was a stream on my channel that lasted for only 30 seconds. There shouldn't have been.
Wow.
There's your fish. Oh. One moment. Okay. Item number SCP-235. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. Currently, 4 instances of SCP-235 have been recovered. All instances are to be kept in a secure storage locker within Reliquary Research and Containment Site 76. Authorization of 2 Clearance Level 2 staff is required to remove an instance of SCP-235 from storage for research and testing purposes. Description: SCP-235 appear to be shellac phonograph records of the type commonly produced in the late 1920s. Each instance of SCP-235 has a white label with the title in black lettering. Each record contains a different song. They are as follows. Instance: SCP-235-1. After you get what you want, you don't want it. Artist and year: Van and Schenk, or Schenk? 1920. Number of skips per play: 4. SCP-235-2. Title: Dark Was the Night. Artist and year: Blind Willie Johnson, 1927. Number of skips per play: 5. SCP-235-3. Title: Who's Sorry Now? Artist and year: Marion Harris, 1923. Number of skips per play: 7. SCP-235-4. Title: Unknown. Artist and year: Unknown. Number of skips per play: 15. SCP-235-4 has no label and contains a song that has not been identified. The tune has no lyrics and is a slow, mournful dirge. Each instance of SCP-235 creates an identical phenomenon when played at speeds between 77 and 79 RPM. All objects within a certain distance of the recording, correlated with the volume at which it plays, appear to freeze in place whenever the record skips, or is unable to play a section of the recording. This freeze lasts for a set duration, approximately 1 times the amount of time skipped. Those affected do not perceive the freeze and will continue as they were before it began, unless outside stimulus is introduced to alert them to the gap in time. During the freeze, all motion in the affected area stops completely. Objects thrown or falling will remain midair. Individuals do not breathe or blink, and even chemical reactions such as fire will simply pause in a manner visually similar to pausing a movie. During this time, any individual outside the range of effect, hereby known as an observer, may enter the area and interact with affected objects. Any object or individual willfully contacted, either directly or via another object by an observer, will resume normal behavior. That is, objects will fall, individuals will begin moving, breathing, and thinking, and chemical reactions will resume. All others remain frozen as before until either touched by an observer or the effect ends. This unfreezing effect appears to be entirely common phenomena. Or no, I skipped a line. Entirely subjective. Only objects that the observer touches or influences intentionally will resume normal activity. Common phenomena, such as rain and wind, will not have any effect on the area and will behave as though all objects and individuals in the affected area are rigid and non-absorbent. That's funny. So if a sponge gets frozen in the rain, it just doesn't absorb water.
Fantastic.
Instances of SCP-235 and the devices playing them cannot be interacted with during a freeze. All forces up to and including plastic explosives have proven unable to affect either device while in this state. Neither copies nor recordings of SCP-235 exhibit any of the anomalous effects. God, I am having a day. Anomalous effects displayed by SCP-235. It is believed that the effects of SCP-235 are caused by an anomaly specific to the records themselves and is not attributable to the contents of the records. SCP-235-1 was found in 1904 redacted. It was discovered atop a record player found at the scene of the murder of Redacted, who was at the time president of the Redacted Corporation. SCP-235-2 was found still spinning at a wedding between Redacted. Both bride and groom were found murdered by single gunshot wounds to the head with no witnesses, despite both individuals being discovered dead on the dance floor at the reception. SCP-235-3 was found following reports of a time-traveling tune, at the time in the hands of several college students who were administered Class B amnestics and released. SCP-235-4 was discovered firsthand by Foundation agents investigating Redacted, believed to be a member of Redacted. Agents discovered him dead of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. On his desk was SCP-235-4 with a note reading, "This one has served us well, but it is nearly full. You know what to do." Addendum 235-1. An additional anomalous property was discovered while Dr. Redacted was attempting to discern the properties of 235's effect. Dr. Redacted ordered a D-class under the influence of SCP-235 shot and killed from a distance. While this, in and of itself, produced little useful data, it was noted on the next playthrough that the record skipped in a location where it had previously played smoothly. Further testing confirmed that each time an individual dies while affected by SCP-235, the instant that produced the effect is damaged slightly, producing another section of the song that is likely to skip. Multiple deaths during a single skip appear to correlate with a new skip being longer in duration, but a consistent pattern has not emerged. Oh, that's good. Oh, I like that addition.
That's subtly terrifying, actually.
Yeah, this made the article. It's like mildly interesting without that, but that... Oh. I like that one. I like that one. That one's good.
Very nice.
Oh, God. This one isn't too long. I could take it as well.
I would hope so.
Oh, a posture check. Kind of forgot we had that.
Well.
Item number SCP-236. Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. Any and all materials leaving the containment area are to be scanned for any contamination by SCP-236. Any objects showing contamination by SCP-236 are to be immediately returned to the containment area and cleared of contamination. Personnel leaving the containment area must submit to a full physical examination and X-ray. No objects are to be left in the containment area without personnel present. Any objects appearing in the containment area are not to be touched until cleared by supervising personnel. Glass doors are to be opened only to allow personnel in and out of the containment area. No sudden movement or aggressive action of any kind is allowed in the containment area. Containment area is to be kept as dark as possible, with night vision goggles recommended for all interacting personnel. Should traditional light be necessary, the lights must be turned on remotely, and a waiting period of 1 hour is to be observed before entry will be allowed. Description: SCP-236 appears to be a swarm of near-microscopic crabs. Individuals match no known form of crustacean, and elements of their physiology appear to point to an artificial origin. See document redacted. SCP-236 appears to operate under a form of collective intelligence or hive mind. This intelligence appears to grow when individual SCP-236 are close in proximity, and dissipate when they are divided. Large swarms appear to exhibit predatory intelligence and become significantly more aggressive than individuals. Swarms show aptitude with problem-solving, encircling tactics, and stealth. In addition, swarms appear able to take on the physical aspects and appearance of inanimate objects such as doors, chairs, or even complex patterns such as those found in paintings, for extended periods of time. This mimicry is near perfect under casual observation and requires detailed observation to detect. Swarms will sometimes even destroy existing objects and replace them in what appears to be an attempt at better disguise. SCP-236 can create additional individuals from any organic matter. This includes wood, cotton, or other materials derived from an organic source. SCP-236 units appear to remove small portions of matter with their pincers, consume it, then lay small spherical eggs, which hatch into new members after 10 minutes. Juvenile SCP-236 look identical to adults, but are smaller in size, and lack the chemicals used in the defensive response. Juveniles reach full adult size after 6 hours.
Jesus Christ.
That's fast, but to be fair, they're small
10
and probably
minutes?
die off just as fast.
10 minutes to hatch, and then
Yeah.
6 hours to be fully grown. Okay.
Like, these could grow out of control real fast. You set them into, like, a farming field. Like, oh
Ugh.
my god, dude.
Terrifying.
Go start replicating a barn in, like, an hour. SCP-236 individuals appear to fear light, rapid movement, or loud noises. This fear is reduced in proportion to the number of units in a swarm. But even large collectives can be startled by a sudden sound or bright light. SCP-236 that are startled while mimicking an object will rapidly break apart into individual units, which will then scatter and hide. Swarm regrouping...
Imagine you walk into the dining room to grab something, you turn on the light, and you see one of your chairs just fucking disintegrate before you and scatter into the floor.
Oh my god. Swarm regrouping can take up to 24 hours. When cornered or unable to escape quickly, SCP-236 units will initiate their defensive response. This entails a unit raising its pincers and then detonating with an explosive... Detonating?
Fuck?
What?
Huh?
I didn't realize we were doing
unit?
deep rock here with the fucking exploders.
A
then-
unit? Just one?
And then detonating with an explosive equivalent to 9 kg, 20 pounds of C4 explosive?
How the
Why? Yeah, certain
What?
ants can detonate. They can't detonate worth 20 pounds of C4.
I would be hesitant to say that they could detonate equivalent to like any amount of C4 bigger than like the size of my pinky thing, like my tip of my pinky.
Certain ants can pop and spread acid
These
all
things
over
are
the place.
microscopic, but they have the fucking explosive yield of 20 pounds of C4
Jesus. Initial
per,
research suggests that
per
this is
entity?
a result of an internal chemical reaction involving the mixing of 3 normally inert chemicals. Collection of these chemicals has been problematic due to the relatively minute size of the storage chambers and the likelihood of startling SCP-236 during the procedure. Yeah, that
Oh
makes
shit,
sense.
they're near microscopic!
They're near microscopic and they're bombs. SCP-236 will use humans or any other living things as a resource, provided the swarms of sufficient size. Moderate-sized swarms can convert a whole human being in less than 5 minutes. They tested this with the D-Class. They threw him into the crab
of course
pit.
they did.
Individual
tossed, like, a dead D-Class in.
SCP-236 have also been observed entering the human body, typically while the subject is asleep, and begin to consume it from the inside out. This behavior, coupled with mimicry and the defensive response, make SCP-236 very difficult to detect and contain effectively. Addendum. While SCP-236 has not been observed to mimic organic life, the possibility exists for SCP-236 to develop this behavior. Notably, during testing with SCP-2366, when SCP-236 mimicked a brown bear and began to exhibit increasingly predatory behavior, and redacted. Such formations are to be immediately reported and testing area cleared immediately. SCP-236 versus coughing baby.
It's 2366.
Yeah, we can check that out. We're about to get an ad break, which is why I kind of sped up there at the end, but it's trees.
I see. Never mind.
Coyotes.
Oh. Oh, nice up here.
Yeah, it's nice. I like trees and coyotes.
That's great. I want to look into this one, but I can't.
I mean, I guess if you really want, we could.
Eh.
You like the little guys? That's fair. Oh boy. You always get these. I never do.
Hey, how's it going? Yo, what's up?
Give it 20 seconds for the ad break to finish.
I just want to say for the record, every time your countdown is done, like the ad is done for you, mine tends to start up, which is really funny.
It's really
It doesn't matter
cool.
to me, but yep, like fucking clockwork, there it is.
3, 2, 1, ad break is ended. Your community is back, says my Twitch.
My ass it is. Alright.
So cool.
Item number SCP-237. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. The recovered components of SCP-237-1 have been individually shrink-wrapped and are to be stored separately. Laser grids are established around each component to detect any incipient signs of activity. The individual instances of SCP-237-2 are contained in separate, proportionally reduced humanoid containment cells, with supervised interaction between instances being permitted contingent on good behavior. Personnel supervising interaction between instances of SCP-237-2 are required to be fluent in both in spoken Japanese. All interactions are to be recorded and filmed. Instances of SCP-237-2 will periodically request supplies of resin and clay with which to repair damage to themselves. To de-incentivize self-harm and prevent stockpiling, these requests are to be fulfilled no more often than once a month, and any supplies not used in repairing damages are to be removed. Standard data mining bots have been introduced into the law enforcement IT infrastructure throughout the Kansai region of Japan to maintain surveillance for uncontained instances of SCP-237-2. Standard internet monitoring bots have been set to watch video sharing sites for further copies of SCP-237-1's videos. All such copies are to be taken down via Prenta protocols. Description: SCP-237 is the collective designation of the physical remains of SCP-237-1 and the set of instances of SCP-237-2 which it created. Prior to being taken into Foundation custody, SCP-237-1 appeared to be a human male of Japanese ethnicity, with falsified identity documents indicating an age of 24 years. It manifested the anomalous ability to endow instances of SCP-237-2 of sapience, sensoria, and independent mobility. The 16 instances of SCP-237-2 are clay and polyurethane statuette. Motherfucker, I know how to pronounce that. Statuettes which were anomalously given awareness, sight, hearing, and independent mobility by SCP-237-1. 14 of the instances have displayed the ability to speak Japanese. Of these 14, 3 have also displayed the ability to speak English.
Thankfully.
He looks if you would. Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
While the massive time gap precludes a direct connection, similarities with SCP-2101 suggest that these anomalies may descend from the same anomalous sculpting tradition. Neat. While being transported to Site-12 for long-term containment, SCP-237-1 abruptly collapsed into several dozen disconnected slabs of clay and polyurethane resin, similar in composition to the instances of SCP-237-1. However, where the resin and clay mixture in instances SCP-237-2 are homogeneous and featureless, in SCP-237-1 the mixture is shaped into replicate human organs that are accurate to the sub-millimeter level. That's both a really cool and kind of funny.
Yeah.
List of instances of SCP-237-2 in custody.
Oh my fucking god, I had this thought and here it is. It's his fucking anime girl figurine collection.
Yeah. 23-centimeter tall human female in French maid's outfit holding a deck broom, non-removable. 19-centimeter tall human female in swimsuit, has feline ears, one broken, tail broken, and paws. 25-centimeter tall human female in leather motorcyclist gear with a zipper open past its navel. Yeah. Left forearm missing.
Oh
Wow.
god.
27-centimeter tall human male in samurai armor. Face is featureless. Communicates by writing Japanese characters with a sword. I like that. That's cute. 20-centimeter tall human infant, nude, no genitalia. Has not displayed ability to speak, but is fluent in Japanese sign language. Huh? Okay. 20-centimeter tall human male in flensed skin and flensed skin and visible organs. I don't know what flensed means.
Do you want me to see what flens is?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Don't forget the F.
I fucking... come on. Have I ever used a computer before, dude? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Do I need to call someone?
Skin and fat removed.
So it's just cut open. Okay.
Skin and fat removed.
Cool. Flensed skin and visible organs. Head is on backwards as a result of attempts at repair. Brother's going through it.
Oh, man.
22-centimeter tall human adolescent female in swimsuit. Has disproportionately large anime-style eyes. Non-functional. Hell. 24-centimeter tall human female in officer clothes. Permanently in a seated position. 25-centimeter tall emperor penguin. Fun.
Let's go.
22-centimeter tall human female in gothic Lolita outfit. Back of head is missing. 21-centimeter tall human female in gymnast outfit. Feet are unfinished.
No!
Tall human female in thank you Helix. 23-centimeter tall human female in samurai armor. 12-centimeter tall anthropomorphic insectoid with top-hat compound eyes and 4 articulated hands. Produces speech sounds by rubbing its limbs together. The fuck? Sure. 10-centimeter tall anthropomorphic rodent cartoon character. Has disfigured itself. 24-centimeter tall skeletal creature. Does not match the skeletal structure of any known species. Crossed out. Identified as the composite skeleton creature depicted in the closing sequence of Walt Disney's Skeleton Dance, 1929. I see. 30-centimeter tall demonic humanoid. Right arm held on with duct tape, left arm missing.
One moment, I'm gonna turn the music down just a little.
This is entertaining if nothing else so far.
Yeah, I like it.
The psychological profiles of the... I'm just gonna call them -2 instances for brevity from this point on. The psychological profiles of the -2 entities are similar to a statistically improbable degree. However, rather than being a further indication of anomaly, this is believed to be a result of their common origin. Acquisition log. Dash 1 was discovered after it had uploaded several videos to the video sharing site redacted.jp, in which it demonstrated its anomaly. A mobile task force was dispatched to its residence, where it was taken into custody along with the instances of Dash 2. Sorry. Excerpt from interview log 237-411QL. Interview subject SCP-237-2-9 Penguin. Alright, who's who?
Penguin.
Sure.
I kind of want to be the penguin.
Alright. If you want to read.
Yeah.
Oh, go on then.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not human. Well, humanoid. But I think I have a clearer view of our situation than the others.
Oh?
They're still waiting for him to come back for us. They're expecting him to rescue us, free us, repair us, all that.
And you aren't.
Look, I loved him as much as the rest of them, but you've had us here for, what, 3 years?
4 next month.
Nearly 4 years, and he hasn't tried anything. No raids, no infiltration, nothing, and I can't believe he'd just abandon us. At first, I thought it was just because he was your prisoner.
I cannot confirm or deny that.
Doctor, we know you caught him. We saw you catch him. That first day before you caught us. It's just that most of the others think he escaped somehow, and Office SB-237-2-8 and Skinny SB-237-2-6 think that what you caught was a decoy.
But you don't believe that.
Oh, no. I wish I believed he was smart enough to make a decoy. But well, I suppose he wasn't stupid. Otherwise, I wouldn't be smart. But I suppose he was naive?
Naive. It's from the French.
Ah, thank you. Naive. That's what he was. And now he's dead, isn't he?
Again, I can't.
Can't confirm or deny, right? Honestly, though, it's the only explanation that makes sense. You let us see each other, but not him. You let us then have Clay for repairs, but we have to do it ourselves instead of having him do it. He's dead. I hope he didn't suffer.
I can't comment on that. I'm really, really sorry. You understand.
Yeah, I do. Honestly, we're probably better off with you than him.
How so?
You saw his videos. You saw how quickly he could make us.
Yes.
So why aren't there more of us?
I don't...
There were more of us, but he unmade them. He kept getting bored with us, or unsatisfied, dissatisfied.
I believe either word will do here.
He kept being dissatisfied with us, and when he got dissatisfied with one of us, he'd mash them down into the goop, and then start over. That's what happened to Dog, and Clown, and Nun, and Princess. They're just gone. You realize Baby, 2-5, is the third baby? The first one was a girl, but then he said he felt bad about putting so much detail into the parts of a naked baby girl, so he mashed her up and made a boy. That didn't last either, same reason. Finally, he decided babies don't need gender, so that's Baby now.
I had no idea. That does explain a lot, thank you.
And then there's Faceless, 2-4, and Gothic, 2-10, and Gymnast, 2-11. If he would have just taken the extra time to finish making with their details before giving them life, well, I can't blame him.
Why not?
No, you don't understand. Earlier, I said I can't believe he'd just abandon us. I mean that literally. I can't. Just like I can't blame him. None of us can.
Huh.
That was a good interview log. I really like that. Like, a lot of times the interview log doesn't provide much actual more info on the SCP, but this one really does. I like this one a lot. Also, I like the penguin character a lot.
I do like that they kept up with the whole, it's natively speaks Japanese, but he knows some English. Because I assume, did it say this was like transcribed?
I really like
Translated?
the way they wrote like all of this. Like, it was really well written.
Yeah, no, it looks like this was actually spoken in English.
Yeah.
That does explain why Naive was like that. Alright, cool.
Uh-oh.
Ah, piss.
Right. Is it still your turn?
Ah. Alright, fuck it, let's do this.
Yeah,
I don't know why this one's formatted so
wherever
strangely. Alright, SP-238. Level 4-0238, classified... I hate this formatting. This is somehow worse than what the new one looked like for a while to me. Who? Sorry. Object Class Euclid. Assigned Site, Site 163, Site Director, Dr. Judith Lowe. Research Head, Dr. Sergel Juravu. Assigned MTF G8, the last to fall. That's really fucking edgy. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-238 has been contained in situ, and a 5-kilometer exclusion zone has been set up around Schmida Islands under cover story Omega Green 12, Ecological Preservation Area. All Foundation naval assets stationed at Provisional Site 163 have been disguised as Russian Federation Navy and tasked with preventing access to Schmida Island. Exploration of the SCP-20... Motherfucker, what happened to me?
Happened to me
Exploration.
at the start of stream, too.
Yeah. Exploration of the SCP-238 complex has been indefinitely suspended as per 05 Executive Order 05.org. I hate you people so much. 238-86. Any entities attempting to breach the SCP-238 exclusion zone are to be dissuaded from doing so whenever possible. Any entities apprehended on Schmida Island are to be detained for questioning. One moment. There we are, this might help. Right. The containment wing of Provisional Site 163 has been built around the opening to the cave housing the SCP-238 entrance, and access has been limited to Level 4-238 researchers only. Description. SCP-238 refers to an extensive network of underground tunnels and chambers theorized to exist within a pocket dimension outside of our prime reality. To date, the only known entrance to SCP-238 is through an intricately carved stone structure discovered in a cave on Schmida Island, Russia. Despite multiple attempts to map the entirety of SCP-238, it is not currently known how extensive the SCP-238 facility is. It looks if you would.
Hold on. Did you purposely put 3 asterisks there, WeFit? Why is that just 3 asterisks? Did that get censored? It's 6777, or is it just 677? Because there was only 3 asterisks.
The fuck?
They recommended an SCP, and it deleted the link to the SCP.
No links, I guess, Lamau.
Yeah. I continue.
One moment. Just taking the opportunity to try and whip up my
Obviously,
glasses.
read that one after we finish this one.
Yeah. While the area immediately surrounding the entrance to SCP-238 appears to be carved from rock similar in composition to that found in the Schmida Island region, the composition shifts radically the further into the complex one explores. Samples taken periodically throughout the explored areas of the complex have displayed internal properties similar to rock formations throughout the Ural, Baltic, and Mediterranean substrata. Additionally, significant portions of the SCP-238 complex appear to be compromised of organic tissue. While a majority of this tissue consists of calcified bone, there are some sections of the facility superstructure that retain characteristics most commonly found in still living human tissue. Ugh. Discovery. The Foundation first became aware of SCP-238 during the acquisition of records from former GRU Division P assets in the aftermath of the fall of the USSR. While the coordinates of SCP-238 were listed in Division P files, no records of the initial discovery have yet been located. Access to the SCP-238 cave had been sealed by Division P operatives, though no records remain as the original rationale behind the decision.
One moment. I believe Group
Yep.
Division P is just the USSR's version of the Foundation for the time that they were there.
I see.
Notably, they did a lot of things with, of course, researching SCPs for the advancement of that.
Mig bomb.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't need to sugarcoat it. They make bomb.
They make bombs and, like, other weapons of war.
They're bombs. Alright. Due to its extremely remote location, research into the anomaly was deemed a low priority by the Foundation administration until reports surfaced of a missing Russian Federation Arctic Survey team that had been assigned to study the glaciers in the... I'm not even gonna fucking try. The local archipelago. A Foundation team was sent to investigate the report. Found that the receding Schmidt's ice cap had exposed the entrance to the SCP. The fuck? What? That's just not what the island was called. What? Okay, maybe it's just a different ice cap. Who fucking knows? The receding Schmidt ice cap had exposed the entrance to the SCP-238 cave, and the Division P containment barrier had been recently breached by unknown entities. While several expeditions into SCP-238 located evidence of their passage, no members of the Russian survey team were ever found. Additional research. In April of 1997, a Foundation expedition under the leadership of Foundation parageologist Dr. Sergei Zhuravlev was sent to Schmitta Islands in order to ascertain the whereabouts of the missing survey team, as well as to set up provisional Site 163 in order to begin research into the SCP-238 anomaly. Overall management of the 238 research was originally assigned to Dr. Inga Ilyashin, the Siberia Region Director. Got it. This is cool, I'm sure, but also, God, why do they have to be Russian?
Yeah, that's completely fair. I don't blame you.
I'm just gonna go by first names to not want to shoot myself.
That's completely fair.
From Dr. Sergei to Dr. Inga, the 8th of May, 1997. Re SCP-238 initial report. We've been at it for about a month now, and I figure you guys were itching for a proper report. When we first arrived, the cave opening was still relatively clear of ice, but it's damned cold up here. The only reason it hadn't frozen over yet was because of the precious little rainfall. Even so, setting up P, Site S-163 has been at shore. We finally finished setting up our foothold on Schmitta and finished up the preliminary explorations of the SCP-238 portal. It was easy to confirm that the area on the other side is definitely not a part of our prime reality. None of the tunnels and structures visible through the 238 aperture show up on GPR. And the multiple D-Rep you sent with us have been having a field day studying the energy bleed from the event horizon. Let's look at those two footnotes real quick.
Just keep reading, we'll do all three of them at once.
Okay. He was going on and on about stable Einstein-Rosen bridges, and he seemed quite happy to sit in the cave and study his instrument readouts.
Ground penetrating
radar, okay. Dr. Leonid Volikov, Level 3, Department of Multidimensional Research. Okay, got it. And then... An Einstein-Rosen bridge is more commonly referred to as a wormhole, a hyperwave bridge connecting two iterations of spacetime. For further information regarding ER, wormhole, see D. Benedict's, and god damn it, it's just a fucking Wikipedia link, you... Fine. Yeah. See... whatever, it's fine.
It's a wormhole, it's a wormhole.
It's a link to, like,
if you want to learn more about wormholes, go read about wormholes.
When he finally gave the go-ahead, I sent in the first expedition with the intent of scouting out the area immediately surrounding the opening. The good news is that we can run a hard line to the repeater array set up just on the other side of the event horizon. And the bad news is that 238 Pocket is much, much larger than we originally anticipated. The repeater we placed in only had a range of about 1,000 meters in that place, and we hit that pretty quick. So far, we've found very little of interest. One of the expedition guides found a beat-up old camera that we were able to confirm was owned by Dr. Pyotr Bravikov, one of the Arctic Survey scientists. The casing was heavily damaged and the data card was irreparably corrupted. We were able to get a single image from it, however. It's mostly unhelpful as it shows the hallways just inside 238, but I'm attaching it for reference anyway. You might want to consider sending out a linguist. A little past the first junction, we found some writing on the walls that painted some sort of ochre. I'm including a picture of that as well. Regards, Sherlev.
Image.
And
Co-
oh,
that's
huge.
a little
Cognito hazard.
Cognito hazard redacted, you say? That's good.
Wow. The writing found on the cave wall was determined to be an archaic form of anti-mimetic cognitohazardous glyphs known as UMA, utilized by adherents to Sarnian Proto-Sarkicism. As such, management of SCP-238's research was reassigned to Citra Akra personnel under the direction of Judith Hodson.
I assume
Dr.
this
Judith
is
Lowe.
just an intro to Sarkicism.
That's a lot of words.
I think this is just an intro to Sarkicism. Yeah.
I mean, this would be an interesting read, but I don't know if we want to dive into this just for...
This is, like, deep. Jesus.
There's a lot of footnotes here. That's...
It all looks
yeah,
interesting. Like, I do want to
It
get
does,
into
it
some of,
does.
like, the deeper stuff about, like, SCP lore, because, like, this is, like, going into such detail. Like, a lot of the earlier SCPs are just, like, here we see Nulka being mentioned for the first time. That's, like, one
I
of the
also want
earliest
to learn
forms of
about
the
Saint
Sarkites.
Amansa, the Shepherdess of Flesh.
Yeah, like, this is really interesting, and they go into a lot of, like, unique, just... It's not just a box that eats people this time. Like, it's a whole, like, religion, culture, people, like, history. Like, that is so cool.
Intriguing. And for reference, we're not gonna like read it, but
Yeah.
not that. What was the team that's assigned to them? What's their whole?
Probably a Sarkic-related team.
Oh, never mind.
This is a different SCP.
That's just an
That's a
advertisement.
man.
Get away from. That's Simon Oswald.
Yeah, cool.
Anyways. Further expeditions into SCP-238 were indefinitely postponed due to budgetary shortfalls. What budget?
Fucking fantastic.
Fuck you. Fuck you, I don't buy that. You are the anomaly cabal. I don't want to fucking hear about budgetary shortfalls. Anyways. File update. On the 22nd of February 2020, cameras in the SCP-238 containment area recorded a figure stepping out of the portal. Figure appeared to be suffering from an advanced stage of SCP-610 infection, but was able to ambulate into the room utilizing 6 of its 8 limbs. It moved into the containment area and spent several minutes examining the containment gate before retreating back into the SCP-238 aperture.
This just
Upon
checking
consideration
shit out.
of
Is this flesh that hates?
It is, yeah,
It's flesh
baby.
that hates, yeah.
You just see that fucking thing crawl out.
Yeah. And then just start looking around like, oh, wait a minute, wrong house, and then leave.
Where am I?
Wait a minute, this is the wrong, hold on. I made a wrong turn.
Upon consideration of this new development in light of other world events, okay, what is this?
I'd finish first.
Dr. Lowe directed that another expedition into SCP-238 be undertaken, this time composed of MTF SG-8, the last to fall, Alpha Company specialists led by Commander Malachi Ben Lira.
Apollyon? The
Oh.
red right hand. Oh my god.
No.
I'm just trying to see if I can... Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of this before.
Get away.
I was trying to see if it, like, struck any memories of the reading video I'd done. Or, well...
Unfamiliar Apollyon entry, get it away from me.
Yeah. God, this is really good so far, and it's making me really, like, want to do a deep dive into, like, Sarkicism. Like, soon.
Maybe. Yeah.
Not tonight, but, like, maybe next stream we
Yeah.
do, like, a Sarkic stream, where we deep dive into Sarkic lore.
Date 24th of February, nice. 2020, MTF G8 Alpha Company, 2nd Platoon. Team leader, Commander Malachi Ben Laraz. Team composition, Major. I'm just gonna do the ones I can pronounce. Major Dara, Specialist Pierre, Specialist Samantha, and Specialist Mikhail. Forward. Team members were outfitted with Class A environmental combat suits as well as internal self-termination protocols. Additionally, Specialist Allen was designated as incinerator support and was armed with an Inferno plasma lance. Okay. Video feeds from Commander Ben Laraz's body camera. I love FTL.
This is the guy we gave a flamethrower just in case.
I'm led to believe by the name Plasma Lance, it's... Obviously it shoots like a... Instead of like a stream, it probably just like shoots something that also sets something on fire. Dude, how fucking odd it is. Fuck,
boy.
this is gonna
Okay,
suck. There's so many. There's so many. There's so many.
Okay, I think we've got like 4 here. Unknown. Alright, maybe you take Ben, I'll take Dara. And then we'll just go from there, I guess.
Okay. Ben, Dara, you can take Zhurolev.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take Unknown.
There's
Since we
also
saw
like one
Unknown
line,
for a
but we'll
moment.
just... There's like one line from the... Just go.
Listen up. You may have noticed a new face in our complement. Major Dara is on loan to us from the Mole Rats. The powers that be have concluded that her expertise will be invaluable, and I happen to agree. You have any words of wisdom for us, Major?
Trust your equipment. We'll be laying out anchor beacons as we go, and all your HUDs will sync to them. And those are often far more reliable than the shit you see with your eyes. If everything goes sideways, blank your visors and follow the beacons out. Those little blinking lights have saved me more than one mole team, so we know they work.
Thank you, Dara. Glad the rats could spare you for this little jaunt.
We've been so busy fighting flesh monsters that Command figured you could use the extra backup.
Slang, extra-dimensional. Zeta 9 members are specifically trained in navigating extra-dimensional spaces. Fair enough. Okay. Fair enough. You can get us through, my guys will get us home. Everyone zip up, we're going over. Control, are we a go?
Systems are green up here, Commander. We're getting telemetry from the beacon we put through earlier, and it looks like everything is clear in the entryway.
Ben Laraz salutes the cameras and then proceeds through the SCP-238 event horizon. Okay, sorry. Looks like they've made some upgrades since the last time we had people in here. Control, it looks like there have been some attempts at wiring this place. There are lights and the walls show evidence of extensive stonework. I can't tell if the walls have been plastered over or just smoothed out. The team heads further into the complex. The excavations are more extensive here, and the texture of the walls changes radically. Exposed support beams made from calcified bones, support cross-sections crafted from rusted metal and decaying wood, along with a wide variety of differing types of brickwork and cement. The remains of machinery and fossilized organic tissue can be seen embedded in the walls exposed by excavation work.
This place is a tomb. Not all of it is Sarkic, though.
The feed shifts as Ben Laraz walks over to where Majandara is crouched over next to a shallow pit. Inside the pit can be seen what looks like the torso portion of a suit of tarnished metal armor. She reaches down and lifts the corner of the breastplate, revealing a mass of fused gears and levers.
This is mechanite. Whoever was in here dug something out of it and left everything else.
The War of Flesh. Dr. Lowe said it isn't quite clear how it ended, but everything points to something apocalyptic. Nearly depopulated the Mediterranean basis, whatever it was. I'd never heard of there was fighting this far, though. They chased us for years after the Ozarmach fall. No place was safe from their pogroms. Even here. The team moves into defensive positions around Ben, Laraz, and Dara. The video feed swings in several slow arcs. Goddamn. But no source of the voice is visible. Identify yourself. Who's there? Several minutes of silence pass, with no observable change in their surroundings.
Well, at least we know this place isn't completely abandoned.
No one ever said it was, Sam. Advance, tunnel formation. We're not done here. Control, we're proceeding further. Gonna see if we can find the source of the voice. They keep moving through the complex. After another 1,200 meters, Dara stops and steps closer to the side of the tunnel. She pulls out an instrument off her utility harness and moves it a few inches from the wall. What is it, Dottie?
I think that's not how you should have read that.
Dottie, whatever. Fuck you.
I mean, like, you read it like they were saying Dottie is a person. I don't know. Is that Dara's, like, actual name?
I think.
Hold on.
I think that might be, like, shorthand for her actual...
Oh.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
last...
okay.
Yeah, it's shorthand. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. I thought it was, like, the name of, like, a culture.
Listen, man,
like,
I'm reading what I was
language.
given. Fuck you.
That's fair. This wall is different. Lots of bone used in the construction, but this is still living tissue.
Adium wasn't built, it was grown. And when the most devout of us could ever hope to serve as shelter for the faithful, our faith provided everything we needed, and those of us so elevated as to become Kirak glorified in their ascension. But even the ascended still aged, even as slowly. More flesh was always needed. As the Kirak aged, their extremities died first, made the outer walls stronger, and as the ascended reallocated nutrition to those structures closer to the heart. Dara touched her ear and then gestures further down the tunnel. A moment later, the team started moving cautiously in that direction. Aliu was glorious in those days, spires and domes as far as the eye could see, standing in ranks as the Grand Kirakana, and when they sang, all Adium rejoiced together in chorus.
I think we finish this up and then we'll go back and look at everything.
Yeah. The team moves forward, exiting into a vast cavern built on a much larger scale than the rest of the complex surveyed so far. A large bonfire can be seen burning in a central hearth, and hundreds of candles are spread out across the floor. The Nalakasun was... Nalakasun... What? Okay. The Nalakasun was never meant to be a weapon, but after the Ozarmar fell, I swear to God. Love this so far. Genuinely love this, but also the fucking names.
Hold on.
Yuj Katake. Old Aditite. Song/prayer for strength. Okay. The song became corrupted. Got it. Lusting or hungry flesh. Got it. It was the song of ascendancy, the gift of Ion the Faithful, a way to feed the Kirak. But in the end, it became as the Red Death. And Kalakaran released it upon those that would wish us harm.
I think Red Death is the flesh that hates, and Ion is Grand Karsus Ion, a very big figure in Karsicism. Or Sarkicism, not Karsicism.
That checks out. And now you have come into me, bringing your weapons of death, stinking a machine, and the mortification of the flesh that comes with too long association with those dead things. I protected the faithful from the fleshless, and I have yet to surrender my vigil. You're the facility, aren't you? We're not here to cause you harm. We're researchers. I just want to know what's going on. He looks if you would.
Alright.
Your heart beats with your lie, Commander. Even if you didn't wish to cause harm to those I protect, your masters certainly do. But their chance to do so has passed. The Ozdramark once again walks the earth, and all shall tremble before the host. Those who will be free shall be welcomed with open arms, but even those who resist shall be embraced by the Holocaust.
Commander, there's movement on the other side of the cavern.
Right then, time for Rexville. Alan, you've got point. Lead us out. Join us, Penleras. Let this not be your Kalamana. No, I don't think so. We're getting out, even if we have to burn our way through. So be it. End log. Afterwards. The remainder of this log has been omitted for brevity. G8 was able to exfiltrate, but were engaged the entirety of that transit by entities in advanced stages of SCP-610 infection. Specialist Bonifant and Commander Ben Laraz were the only two to make it to the extraction site, but Specialist Bonifant succumbed to SCP-610 infection and was terminated. Commander Ben Laraz was released after no signs of infection were found following 14 days of quarantine.
That's so
Rest in peace.
good.
But yeah, no, this is fantastic. I just wish the names didn't give me a headache, especially when they're in italics.
That's a YouTube link.
Oh no.
I don't know if we want to watch this.
Oh, that's fun. This is actually really cool, holy shit.
That they have like
I
the
don't-
chant linked.
Yeah.
That is cool.
The fact that they put in the effort to make a chant. I don't know if we want to listen to the full thing, but
Yeah, I don't think so, but it's really cool that it's here.
yeah, that's really nice. I like that. Well, I'm not sure if it's nice, but I appreciate
Where's
the
the
effort.
middlemost replied?
Yeah, perhaps nice isn't the right word given the subtitles.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Nothing. Ion Deliverer, Beacon of Man.
Alright. And Calicaron. Yeah!
Ah, never mind. Get away from me.
It's really funny just seeing all the different photos without context.
It really is just seeing a bunch of French people go past. 05 Executive Override Order 23 or 238-86. Governance of SCP-238 has been reassigned to the Kelapad Noga Initiative and has been slated for decommissioning. At no point should any Foundation personnel attempt to enter or disturb the SCP-238 archway. Any personnel attempting to violate this order will be subject to immediate termination. SCP-238 has been sealed. May those that reside within find whatever peace they are searching for. Act 3. In Conquestum Mundi, in Memoria Aditium. Whatever the fuck.
What is this?
Stay away from me.
Is this like a darkest like yeah. Is this an overarching storyline?
I have to assume so.
Yeah. I think we just read part 3 of it.
It's probably fine.
The dying facility.
Wow.
Oh my god.
We definitely need to do a thing.
Mornings are sometimes like that.
Yeah.
Jesus, there's so much to read on this fucking website, man.
Yeah, we will literally never get through all of it.
Jesus.
Alright.
Alright.
Cool.
I did really like that one. Alright, next
Alright,
we
what was the
have
one that was suggested to us?
Yeah. Are you still here, Wii Fit?
6777.
This is one too high.
Okay, WeFit is still here. Huge.
Also, I swear to God, did you just pick 6777 because fucking 67? I will kill you.
Isn't that meme dead?
I wish.
Or is it one of those really persistent ones?
No, I think they picked this one on purpose.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Alright, fuck it. What is it? That's a Vatober!
Isn't a Baku the thing that eats dreams? Mythology. Yeah, Devour Nightmares. It's what Hypno is based off of.
Hungry!
So.
Cool.
It is still
So
really funny to me that this thing is just a tapir and they didn't know about it.
I like how they thought it was some sort of horrible, wretched beast that eats dreams. No, it's just a tapir.
It's- hey, you know that
give 'em
thing
a-
that
give 'em
you
a little-
fear
give
that
'em a little
eats your
snack.
dreams? Yeah, it's real, by the way.
That's just a thing tapirs do, actually.
Yeah, alright. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Item
all right, all
number
yours, buddy.
6777.
I just
Object
got a
class-
fucking Sarkic hell.
Object
Now
class.
you get VTuber.
Object class Keter is very fitting. Special containment procedures. SCP-6777. I need to think of a way to fucking abbreviate that. I don't know how. I'm just gonna try. And its byproducts are currently uncontainable. If traces of interference by SCP-6777 are confirmed, attempts are to be made to remove or conceal the traces as soon as possible. Foundation staff should be aware of their surroundings when viewing SCP's stream. Viewing SCP's stream outside the designated area is unallowed. Criticism of SCP-6777 to reduce the number of subscribers is encouraged. Fucking judging her just to reduce her subscribers.
I'm going to bully you emotionally.
You know the new Superman movie? There's that one clip where, like, fucking Lex Luthor or whatever reveals that he has an entire farm of intelligent monkeys typing hate comments on Superman. That's what I imagine this is like.
I'm sorry, what?
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
No, show me after.
They literally just look like this.
What the fuck? So this is why the movie industry is dying. Because people are unironically writing shit like this.
I think it's funny having a fucking farm of infinite monkeys.
I mean, that's within Lex's character in, like, the classical era for Superman, maybe. I mean, the man stole 40 cakes. That's as many as 4 tens, and that's terrible. But also, what?
What? Oh well.
Anyways.
If SCP-6777's manifestation in the real world is confirmed, Department of Tactical Theology and Mobile Task Force Ada-77, Spheres Within Spheres, will be in charge of the suppression and containment of SCP-6777. The monkey riders just self-insert themselves into the movie. That's a honeybee! Why is it bright, by the way?
It's Thaumiel. Also, I hate you people so much.
Why is that? I literally had to download an extension to make the page just black, and that just overrode it for some reason. It was still white. Why? Oh well. Description. SCP-6777 is an entity that performs virtual YouTuber activities under the name Ichifuji Baku. To date, SCP-6777 has created a total of 23 accounts, including ones which are publicly known, such as YouTube channel, Twitter, and Steam. However, none of these accounts have provided sufficient information which could be used to discover SCP-6777's identity. Not been defined in detail, but mainly refers to uploaders and streamers who use it's fucking VTubers. It's VTubers. We all know what VTubers are here. SCP-6777 is a level 4 or higher pistophage entity, and its interference with reality expands in proportion to the number of fans who show a strong liking for it. It is believed that this effect is strengthened the more fans actually take action, and it has been found that it is greatly influenced by the number of subscribers to SCP-6777's YouTube channel. The following are some of the examples of SCP-677's interference in reality that have been confirmed so far. First, what is this? This is another link to another SCP is what this is.
2004.
Yep. I'm good. I created a Twitter account. Corresponding subscribers, 0. Created a YouTube channel, 0. Twitter to followers were 128 at this time. Created a Steam account. Corresponding subscribers, 135. Interference with deletion of each account. Approximately 300,000 corresponding subscribers. Interference with fans' dreams. Manifestation. Approximately 300,000 subscribers. Acquisition of Japanese nationality. Deletion via Foundation interference was possible. approximately 660,000 subscribers. Acquisition of Japanese nationality. Deletion via Foundation interference is impossible. Approximately 820,000. Based on the above speculation, as well as SCP-6777's own statements in the past, the SCP-6777 research team speculates that, oh my fucking god, SCP will be able to manifest within reality with the number of subscribers to SCP YouTube channel exceeds 1 million. At this time, based on the past manifestation pattern, 2536, one of the following scenarios are assumed to occur. This is
Stop it!
a multicolored goat.
Contained within this image is a mimetic entity that appears to be a multicolored goat. Properly inoculated individuals should be able to perceive this goat. Okay, cool. Huge.
Yeah, kill. I see a goat there. I promise.
Yeah.
Gulp. SCP appears in the real world as an entity that looks very similar to its virtual form. It doesn't have any abnormal abilities, and can quickly secured in some cases. The best possible scenario is the case of Pistophage Level 4. SCP appears in the real world as an entity that is roughly similar to its appearance in the stream, or as an entity that is completely different in appearance, capturing only its features. It is highly likely that it will possess meme-contaminating capabilities, the most likely scenario to occur in the case of Pistophage Level 4 through 6. The appearance of SCP, in any form, causes an immediate HK-class deific subjugation scenario. Worst possible scenario for Pistophage Level 7 or higher. However, based on SCP's own behavior and other factors, the probability of this scenario occurring is estimated to be extremely low. It's really like that all it takes to become God is 1 million followers. That's it.
Yeah.
See document 6777 SNR for all details of all scenarios. Great.
Well, it's one less loose end.
That literally just doesn't work. Thank fuck.
Huge.
Alright. SCP has been active as a virtual YouTuber on the internet under the name The Hungry Baku God since before the discovery of its abnormality. In particular, SCP's eccentricities, such as simultaneous performance of piano playing and singing Beethoven Symphony No. 9 in D minor, OP 125, 5 times in a row in a single online streaming, and making abnormal screeching sounds when it got excited, which triggered a lot of attention on the internet. An investigation by the Foundation reported that no abnormalities such as psychological effects were found in its activities as a virtual YouTuber. The fact
So
that
it's just a mimetic autist. Come on, guys.
The fact that SCP is an anomaly was discovered after SCP enacted a celebrating stream about the number of channel subscribers having exceeded 300,000. From that night to 2 mornings later, a number of fans, including 36 Foundation employees, reported that Baku had appeared in their dreams and thanked them directly. The affected Foundation staff is currently under observation. The following is a transcript of an interview with one of these researchers who claimed that SCP appeared in his dreams. Interview log 6777-3. Interviewer Dr. Samai. Interviewed
Samai.
researcher Morinoi. Interviewed in Site 8171. Note, this interview was conducted before detailed information about the SCP's anomalous properties were known, and the numbering had not yet been done. The interview was conducted in Japanese. Would you like to take the doctor?
Sure. You just want that so you don't have to fucking pronounce the name, don't you?
No, I figured you wouldn't want to play the one who's watching a VTuber.
I don't care either way, man.
Oh, do you want to play the one who watched then?
Okay, I'm the doctor, I guess. I don't care. Okay. Now, please explain the dream you had.
Well, far as I can remember, I found myself in the middle of the scramble crossing in Shibuya. I guess that's where the dream started. The sky was full of stars, but it was as bright as daytime, and there were many orbs floating around me.
So you didn't just suddenly see Ichifuji Baku?
Yes, she appeared some time after the dream started.
I see. Please continue.
When I was looking around, I suddenly saw a light in front of me and Baku appeared. As soon as I saw her, she immediately guessed my handle and thanked me for supporting her and gave me a hug. I've never had a girl to do that for me before.
Yes, is that all?
No, and then some. She moved nimbly around the area, gouging out buildings and eating them and swallowing orbs. She said it's not enough to interfere with my life, and it'll be back to normal after a while. I wonder if she's done something dangerous. Nothing has changed for now, though.
That's what we'll have to determine with the follow-up. For now. Anything else?
She talked about her future prospects. She said everything is free in dreams, but they are ephemeral, disappearing as soon as they are forgotten. So she said with enthusiasm that she would increase the number of subscribers and show them that one day she would become real. When she finished saying that, she said she had to go visit her other fans and said goodbye to me. I said goodbye too, and that's when I woke up from my dream.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
Well, if you're asking me this much, is it still a given that Baku-san, that Ichi Fujibaku, is an abnormal being?
I can't say definitively yet, but if there are many similar reports from all over the world, I think it is certain it will be assigned an official number as an SCP object. I know how you feel.
Thank you. I was still shocked to find out that my fave was a subject to contain. I'd been supporting her by buying her goods. I have no more questions.
The goods will be sent for inspection due to the possibility of an abnormality, and you will be temporarily removed from all duties. Also, you will be monitored for a while.
Okay. I will winter as a Foundation employee for now.
This interview is concluded.
End log. My Oshi is an SCP.
No!
End report. No anomalous effects have been confirmed for the group of merchandises with the SCP-6777 motive, as well as for researcher Muranoi and Dr. Seimai. Also, due to the claims of other researchers and civilians, all of the above statements described by researcher Muranoi are considered to be true. Researcher Muranoi has been allowed to take personal possession of the merchandise and has returned to his duties. Yeah!
Good. Get that man the merch.
SCP-6777 while streaming from the online stream titled I Can't Read That, and I'm not putting it through a translator. Blue hair, blue tie, hiding in your Wi-Fi.
Incredible. Thank you, Rich.
SCP-6777 behaves cheerfully and pleasantly during online stream, but rarely has been shown signs of mild PTSD or panic disorder-like behavior. The following is an excerpt of a stream by SCP-6777. Stream date, redacted, title, Marshmallow. Content, introduce and respond to messages that are sent via Marshmallow. A service for anonymously sending messages to a specific person which is used in Japan. Responding to marshmallows has been likened to the slang term eating marshmallows. The stream was in Japanese throughout. This is just awesome. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to take this one as I'm the streamer.
Rich!
Reg, play Hatsune Miku.
No.
I'm kidding.
What do you want from me?
No, I'm reading it.
Play Hatsune Miku. I jest.
So,
there you go, Lux.
let's read the next one. Let's see. You play many games, but why don't you play Switch or PS5 games? Ah, I get that a lot on Twitter. Well, you know, I want to play those games too, like Pokemon and Monhan, but I can't. I don't have a real body. If the number of subscribers increases, I'll be able to play console games, but for now, I'm holding out for PC and smartphone games. I'm glad that Uma Musume is an app game. I really am. Let me know if you have any recommendations for PC games or app games. Okay, next Marshmallow. Baku-chan, Baku-chan, why is your strength so out of humanity? Because I'm not a human. Does the sight of red fluttering really irritates you? I told you I'm not a cow. I'm a Baku. I'm not a cow. I'm a yokai god of good luck, not a livestock. I mean, this is the first time I've been said in the direction of a bullfight before. Gestures that peek to comments. Stop it! Don't say a bull! It's not a cow, it's a gorilla. Indistinct language. Not a gorilla! Next!
like to imagine she's just starting to speak Relayan.
Why does Baku-san look the way you do when you're mom? After an indistinct sound, noise runs through SCP-6770's graphics. It then goes silent for several seconds. Breathing hard. Sorry, I'll read it again, okay? Why does Baku-san look the way you do when your mom is missing and you don't know who she is? I think I understand why this is all written this way. It just feels so wrong reading it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This means common term for the person in charge of character design for virtual YouTubers.
don't like
okay. Wait a bit. I'll tell you what. You know, my mom, she took care of me for a while after I was born. But then she suddenly disappeared. So I know her, I know what she looks like for the most part. But I don't know her name. She never told me, it didn't bother me before, but now I wish I knew. Hey, do you guys have kids? Take care of them until the end, okay? I don't want any more kids like me to be thrown out halfway through. Addendum. SCP-6777 research team has deduced that online stream jamming while SCP-6777 is in a delirium state is likely to be successful. The following are excerpts from SCP-6777's online stream, which the attempts with stream jamming were executed during confusion. Stream date, redacted, title, Sudden Gorilla.
I've hired this counterintelligence agent to cyberbully you.
Content. Online stream which SCP-6770 started without notice, mainly chatting. From the attitude of SCP at the beginning of the stream, it is assumed that SCP fell into the state of delirium from stress of loneliness and started to stream to stabilize its mind. Note: SCP research team is trying to sabotage SCP's stream while it is in a delirious state. Omitted. Well, it's a personal relief to me that so many people are here even at midnight. Well, seems there are more people from overseas than usual in the comments. Oh, I see. Time difference. People in overseas are awake. Mostly English, but some French and German are here and there. Maybe? Is this a good time to be in Europe? Well, English, British, and this one is, French. Yes, I knew it. Norway. Norway. Yeah, Norway. I know Norway. North? Yep, north. Oh, Mars! Seems to be a joke by the audience. Welcome all the way to the Earth stream. Oh, you're from Jupiter, and you're from the Andromeda Galaxy, and behind you? No, that's scary. That's scary. It's a big joke contest. Sorry, just distressed a bit. Yeah, let me just take a deep breath. SCP research team enacts stream jamming and succeeds. Since then, SCP's research team has been hacking to watch stream in a way that SCP cannot perceive. Yeah, okay, that'll work maybe. Comments? Huh? Comments? Hey, comments? Wait, it can't be. The graphic shakes a lot. Noise can be confirmed. Hello? Hello? Bakutomo? Common term for her fans. I don't want to have a stream error now. Hey, what's going on around here? Distinct language. Don't give me signal interference at a time like this. Why? I'm supposed to have countermeasures in this. Please, move. The graphic appears to be blinking occasionally. Also noise on the screen. I beg you, not this time. Unknown screaming. Hey! I'm sorry, I was getting on myself. Please forgive me. Please let me stream. I'm serious, really. Please, oh really, please. It was my fault. Seriously. So, well... Please. End report. 1 hour after the end, SCP-6770 declared on Twitter that the stream was cancelled and apologized for that. Screenshot from the end of stream. Okay, great. It's fucking creepypasta now.
Puka.
Based on the above results, it is planned to use SCP-6770's distraction to disrupt SCP-6770's online stream. The test operation will be continued. I honestly feel kind of bad. I feel kind of bad.
Yeah,
and I
no,
also
this
don't
isn't-
feel like psychologically torturing like a potential VTubing
I don't want to.
deity won't be
I don't
for
want
the
to
best.
cyberbully an autist with PTSD. I don't wanna.
Oh my god. That was good. I liked it.
This is all a ploy to make people like VTubers.
Fuck. And then we're back to this one, and then forward.
Back to
Alright.
safer, more simple times.
Okay, I need a break.
Alright.
Actually, we're gonna get an ad, so I think we should just take a quick break so I can go grab a drink and stuff, and
Alright.
you can pick it
Touch
up
the
when I
button.
get back. It's supposed to be an ad in like 40 seconds, and typically it's like a minute after that, so it's like 2 minutes. It's how long it'll be. I'll be right
Go on.
back.
Hi, Reg.
Hello. And how are you?
I'm alright. And yourself?
Relatively.
Incredible. Helix had to read the funny VTuber one.
I'll be back. In
Also,
seconds.
Musume mentioned.
Sumed mentioned.
It was a bit ago now, but
I'm back.
oh, this is gonna be a pain in my ass to read. I can feel it already.
Did the ad break happen, chat? Oh.
Alright, are we ready? Or...
Okay, no, it just started.
God fucking damn it.
Alright, we should be good now.
You caught me mid-yawn. Fuck you.
Oh, that's fair. I was also yawning.
Alright. Item number. SCP-239. Object Class Getter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-239 is to be kept within a one-room cell furnished with one bed, one EKG machine, and one IV to be filled with pentobarbital... Barbital, whatever. With data expunged to be refilled daily. Under no circumstances is SCP-239 to be removed from her containment area at any given time. The walls of the cell are to be coated in a telekill lead alloy. Only Class 2 personnel are allowed any contact with SCP-239 at any time. All personnel guarding SCP-239's containment area are to be equipped with telekill headgear, SCP-148. Which one was 148 again?
It's the telekill.
Yeah, but like, believe it or not, that doesn't tell.
I think it was just
right.
the mass of metal that killed people. I don't
Generally, like, limits mimetic effects and shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Or,
Kills people.
alright, cool.
Telekills.
Huge. Subject's proper name is Siguro Stefansdottir. Fuck that, I'm not ever pronouncing that again. Under absolutely no condition should the subject ever be awakened. Any personnel found attempting to awaken the subject will be immediately terminated. Description. SCP-239 appears to be an 8-year-old girl, 1 meter in height and 20 kilograms in weight. Subject has shoulder-length blonde hair. Upon closer inspection, the subject's eyes shimmer a gray-green shade. Subject seems to emit a previously undiscovered form of radiation, which has been named redacted. Thank you for that. These waves seem to be harmless in low concentrations, but in higher concentrations they could break down matter on a subatomic level. Okay, fair enough. SCP-239 seemingly has the ability to do whatever she expresses a will to do. Put simply, the subject can do anything that she truly wants to do on a basal physiological level as long as she is conscious. Fortunately, she only seems to be able to affect herself and her immediate surroundings. Therefore, if she can see it, she can change it. It would not be the most prudent course of action, however, to try to test how powerful she can be. She seems to be able to create and affect living matter. For example, when a D-class personnel accidentally caused her harm, she simply wished him away. Fortunately, when the subject was made to feel guilty for what she had done, she wished him back. SCP-239's self-preservation instincts make her virtually invincible while she is conscious. Subject's skin cannot be punctured by anything excepting SCP-148.
I find it really funny. They were just like, hey, no, bad. Bring him back now. She was like, okay.
They had a wife and kids. He's on death row. Shut up! As a method of controlling the subject's ability, she has been told that she is a witch. This, besides improving morale greatly, makes her believe that she is unable to use her abilities outside of a pre-approved list of spells given to her by the SCP Foundation. This will hopefully prevent any and all attempted escapes. However, the subject is to be kept calm at all times to prevent any subconscious wish of harm to herself or others. Origin: SCP-239 came to the attention of the Foundation very soon after her birth in Redacted. Approximately 3 hours after subject's birth, Redacted Hospital was destroyed by an unexplained explosion.
I really
Press
like
was
imagining that this infant child was somehow capable of understanding and wishing for the hospital to explode. Hello?
Hi, here, sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, everything went really quiet after I said that, and I was like, crap.
Right. The press was informed that it was due to a gas leak. SCP teams were dispatched shortly to search the site for any abnormalities.
No
the only
fuck-
living person...
Hold on. This is the coughing baby.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, hold on. The
Shut
coughing baby that could beat the hydrogen bomb.
Shut up. The only living person they were able to locate was SCP-239. For the next 8 years, the subject was raised under SCP care. As of redacted 2000 at some point, subject is to be kept in a medically induced coma until further notice. This decision was made by data expunged. SCP-239 is permanently contained in Site-17. Note from Dr. Redacted, dated the 26th of December 2004. Who the hell thought it would be a good idea to tell her about Santa Claus and then tell her that it was just a story? Now we have another potential SCP to deal with, but we can't catch him because he's magic. Dr. A. Clef's report. My analysis of the situation has led me to the conclusion that SCP-239 is an unacceptable containment and security risk. Although several proposals have been made using her for containing other SCPs, the examples of SCP-953 and others must serve as a stark reminder of the risks of overestimating the Foundation's ability to control SCPs with reality-altering powers. I would therefore like to make the following proposal. A piercing implement will be constructed of SCP-148, capable of penetrating SCP-239's otherwise impenetrable skin. This tool will be used to kill SCP-239 while she is asleep and her powers are neutralized. Because of the danger of SCP-239 awakening and resisting termination, it is my recommendation that the selected operative carry SCP-668 as well in order to minimize complications. One of the dangers of this procedure is the possibility that SCP-239 will awaken and perceive the operative as a friend or a good person, thus changing reality to match. It is for this reason that I would like to volunteer to carry out the procedure personally. A review of my personal file should indicate that my data expunged should allow me to carry out the operation even after a reality shift of this nature.
Yeah, I believe Dr. Alta Cleft has an innate, resistance to all things
Yeah, I
reality
seem to
bending.
recall that was mentioned in a past article that he's got just a
Yeah,
high
So
overall
that makes
tolerance.
sense. That sounds good. I like this one.
Yeah, this is a fun one. Just
Because, she could be, really useful, but at the same time, if she simply decided she didn't want the Foundation to exist, all it takes is a thought. It's like fucking Xeno from Dragon Ball Super. It's just fuck. This kid could
And we don't
literally
know-
erase all of existence if they felt like it.
and we don't know what the limits are to that. Whether it would just get rid of if she wanted to get rid of everything, would it get rid of quote everything, or would it get rid of everything up to her ability? Is the real question.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we want it either way, but I just really like the idea that someone fucked up and started telling about
The
Santa.
fact that she wished Santa into existence is really funny.
We can't catch him because he's magic.
That's so funny. Could you take another one maybe, or is that too much?
Sure. 1 sec. Item number SCP-240. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-240 is to be kept in an atmosphere-controlled container in the Secure Artifact Storage Facility of Site-77. To prevent air infiltration into SCP-240's rotor, its pipe must be permanently covered with standard adhesive tape. They just put some fucking scotch tape over it. Okay, good. That's good. Because of the gradual deterioration of the materials making up SCP-240, a technician is responsible for inspecting the metal structure twice a week. In order to keep the general public unaware of SCP-240, a cover story has been established regarding the circumstances surrounding POI-240's demise. Description: SCP-240 is a handheld vehicle made by POI-240 from the wreckage of a Lockheed P-38 Lightning military aircraft. Designed to travel through the air using breath as fuel. Okay. The object is made up of an octahedral base of metal bars and beams joined to 4 wheels and a central rotor, allowing the rotation of a mass to which 2 propellers are attached. The metal structure of SCP-240 has been assembled in such a way as to provide a place for a pilot to sit facing the rotor. The part of the rotor facing the pilot contains a pipe upholstered with parachute fabric, which connects to the exterior and interior of the rotor. Any expired breath that enters the pipe will flow into a sealed bag that is woven from parachute fabric and situated inside the rotor. When the pilot exhales into SCP-240, its propellers start rotating immediately, allowing it to take off with much greater force than should be possible. SCP-240 systematically maintains an upward trajectory, as its direction cannot be controlled due to the fact that it possesses no rudder. Nevertheless, it poses no danger to its pilot, as the object automatically glides to a landing as soon as it is no longer powered by breath. I love that it's one of those Indonesian flying machines you'll see joke videos of on YouTube, but it's real because it's anomalous. That's hilarious.
It's so dumb.
I love this. I love this for many reasons. Addendum 240-4.1 Discovery. SCP-240 was discovered on August 7th, 1944 in the Sahara Desert in southern Morocco, following several reports to the local authorities of an unidentified flying object. Inside was the body of author and aviator Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Whatever the fuck. POI-240. Famous for writing The Little Prince, Land of Men, and Night Flight, who had been reported missing on 31st of last month because I'm having a stroke. A few days after taking to the skies in a Lockheed P-38 Lightning on a reconnaissance mission for the World War II Allied forces. It It was established that POI-240 was at an extremely high altitude aboard SCP-240, resulting in his asphyxiation, which was later revealed by the autopsy estimated to have occurred outside the Earth's atmosphere. The cessation of SCP-240's breath supply had caused the object to descend for a prolonged period, during which it had been seen and reported by the authorities. Addendum 240.2 Recovered Material. Upon the discovery of SCP-240, the corpse of POI-240 was found to include a draft epilogue to the poetic tale The Little Prince, written a few hours before the first liftoff of SCP-240. How do you know this? As The Little Prince was published after its author's death in 1946, the Foundation was not aware of the semi-autobiographical nature of the book in 1944. Given the place that POI-240 occupies in the narrative through his alter ego, the Aviator, the following draft can be seen as a fictionalized account of the event leading to the death of POI-240 and the creation of SCP-240. The beginning of the book tracks the Aviator, who experiences a plane crash, a real-life event for Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, leading him to land in the Sahara Desert and encounter the Little Prince. Ah, fuck, I have to read this. Years had passed since the Little Prince was fatally bitten. If one were to look up, they could still see me traversing the sky and its clouds with my mechanical companions. Alas, times had changed. The weight of years and the scars of war had left an indelible mark on my soul. As I sailed through the air, lost in my thoughts, yet another airplane accident was about to occur without warning. I do not know if destiny was playing tricks on me, but history seemed to be repeating itself. I sat there amidst the wreckage and debris of the plane, a mix of melancholy and odd gratitude enveloping me. My friend was indeed robust, but the accident had taken its toll. Action was needed if I wanted to save it. So I leaned towards it, my lips brushing against its still warm metal frame, and in a desperate gesture, I began to blow fervently. In a frantic amount of mouth-to-mouth, I blew as best I could, again and again, until I had breathed into it all the life I wished for it. Perhaps most people do not know, but the friendship between a plane and its aviator is deep, even transcendent. It goes beyond flesh and metal. I don't like this subtext, but it's fine. In a matter of moments, my lungs were dry. The work was far from finished, of course. I pondered how I would repair it. Damaged, not damaged, broken, not broken. Each piece passed meticulously between my hands and my expert eye. I blended its old carcass with my wildest dreams. The plane needed to breathe, walk, and above all, fly again. Day and night, I set to work with a childlike fervor to heal it until the wreck took on a new form, embracing renewal. Finally, one morning, when the first rays of the sun touched the horizon, I stood before the plane, transformed. A perfect fusion of cold metal and the lost magic of adults, ready to defy the immutable rules of gravity. Without a moment's hesitation, I climbed onto the shoulders of my faithful companion. It was time to leave behind a world that had nothing but war to offer us. In one final breath, the plane soared into the skies, its trajectory guided towards the stars, where the one who had once awakened the childlike soul within me resided, the Little Prince. And in the infinite silence of space, among the sparkling constellations, the Little Prince and I were finally reunited, bound forever by our shared love for adventure, friendship, and imagination, transcending beyond the boundaries of time and space. Despite the novelistic nature of the text, it has been established that it describes the creation of SCP-240 by bending reality. Following the same logic, it is likely that the Little Prince represents an anomaly that enabled POI-240 to acquire these abilities when they met in the past. The anomaly may have been neutralized even before the Foundation discovered it, the Little Prince having lost his life to reach his asteroid as indicated in the novel. Research is ongoing. Addendum 240.3 Satellite Photography. In 2005, a Foundation satellite used to map the interior of the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter spotted what appeared to be a replica of SCP-240 lying on an asteroid. Despite multiple undertaken attempts to locate it, it has not been photographed again. Consequently, due to the lack of information available, it is currently impossible to draw any conclusions or establish a direct link between SCP-240 and the supposed replica. Some researchers claim to see two humanoid silhouettes in the photograph, one tall and one short, while others maintain that these are defects or artifacts. Further investigation is needed to determine the validity of these claims.
great.
That's cute in a way.
I didn't care for that one too much.
It's fine, I guess.
It's okay. It's not ass.
Fuck you.
You
Fuck
don't
you.
need to be huge
Read
fans
good
of
home
every
cooking.
single SCP article. Oh, I'm stretching. Give me a moment. Oh, I just punched Pip up in the face. Oh, or not Pip. Plippo. I think that's what this thing is called. I haven't played. Yeah, it's Plippo. I haven't played Doodle World in ages. Doodle World sucks, by the way.
Heh.
There we go. Alright.
Take it away.
Item number SCP-241. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-241 is to be kept at Site-19 using standard operating procedures for containing safe class book and manuscript type SCPs. See document 241-5-3H with the following additional conditions. SCP-241 must be kept open on a flat surface with restraints across opposing pages of the book to keep it from closing accidentally. Containment devices must be checked at least once a week for structural integrity. Any anomalies must be reported immediately to Site Command. Access to SCP-241 is restricted. Any and all usage of SCP-241 must be logged. SCP-241 must be transported in an authorized book stand such that it cannot accidentally be closed in transit. In the event that SCP-241 is opened outside of a testing environment, the last person to have touched it must report to the nearest infirmary, and a D-Class personnel must close and reopen SCP-241. Description: SCP-241 appears as a normal book, 33 centimeters, 23 centimeters, 3.5 centimeters large, entitled Good Home Cooking. The cover of SCP-241 is a red and white checkerboard pattern with the title in simple black and white letters on the front and spine. When opened, SCP-241 contains 99 recipes sorted into typical sections of a cookbook. Many of these recipes include a picture of the dish that is invariably appetizing, and a small percentage will call for rare or exotic ingredients. Whenever SCP-241 is opened by a subject, known as the target, different from the one who last opened it, i.e. the previous target, the recipes contained in the book change. Preliminary investigations conclude that if the target eats a dish prepared from one of the recipes in SCP-241, that person soon dies from apparent anaphylactic shock. Others who ate the same dish are not similarly affected. Testing has been authorized to determine the exact nature of SCP-241's effects. SCP-241 appears to be impervious to getting dirty and to at least minor damage. For example, sauces splashed onto its pages disappear almost immediately, and torn pages and nicks in the cover are repaired within seconds. Testing on the limits of 241's durability are not authorized without approval from Redacted and Redacted. Research on SCP-241 continues, including potential interaction with other SCP items. For more information on current experimentation, please see Supplemental Testing Log. I believe this is relevant?
I mean, presumably.
Yeah, okay. Just as in initial testing, all tests on SCP-241 were carried out in test kitchens at Site-19 using D-Class personnel for test subjects, unless otherwise indicated. One moment. Procedure. Subject was in... No, I think I skipped it. Okay, yeah. Test number 21. Subject. Subject 241-J was chosen from general population. Health screenings indicate subject is allergic to peanuts. The severity of subject's allergy was determined using redacted tests. Procedure. Subject was instructed to close and open SCP-241 several times at prescribed intervals. Each time 241 was opened, the complete contents of 241 were recorded and transcribed, while subject underwent redacted tests. Results. Data expunged. Test results indicate the subject's allergy to peanuts worsened each time subject opened SCP-241. Subject's allergy was most affected the first time he opened SCP-241, and subsequently opening it appears to have diminishing effects. However, subject's allergy worsened from mild to severe on redacted scale. Most of the recipes in 241 reappeared when subject closed and reopened SCP-241. Between 11 and 17 inclusive new recipes appeared each time SCP-241 was reopened. Recipes that had been replaced did not reappear. Only one exotic recipe was replaced, after subject had opened SCP-241 for the fourth time. Complete records of the contents of SCP-241 during this test can be found redacted. Analysis. The effects of SCP-241 appear to follow the law of diminishing returns. SCP-241 also appears to tailor its choice of recipes to the specific condition of the target, though much more testing would be necessary to prove that theory. Suggest analysis of recipes offered during normal testing of 241. Test 22. Subject 241K is a rhesus monkey. Health screenings indicate no apparent food allergies or other health problems. Procedures. Subject was introduced to SCP-241 and encouraged to open it by handlers. Handlers were instructed to keep subject from closing 241 again. Results. Subject eventually opened 241 and handlers kept it open for analysis. The contents of SCP-241 were consistent with previous results for a target with a shellfish allergy, though again unique for the target. Testing confirmed subject had developed an allergy to shellfish. A dish was prepared from SCP-241 by Subject 241-F and presented to Subject 241-K. 241-K ate the meal without hesitation and 9 minutes later was dead from anaphylactic shock, consistent with previous testing. Analysis. SCP-241 is just as effective on certain non-humans as it is on humans. The working theory now is that SCP-241 works on anything potentially susceptible to food allergies that can and does open SCP-241. Test 23. Subject 241-L is a robot designed for remote manipulation of hazardous materials. Subject was remote controlled by Redacted, who was instructed to have the subject open 241. Results. Subject opened 241 via remote control. The contents of 241 were identical to before it was closed previously. Analysis. 241 apparently does not respond to inorganic targets. Test 24. Subject 241-M was chosen from general population. Health screenings indicated no allergies. Procedure. Subject was exposed to SCP-859 via touch. Subject then placed within a MOP 4 containment suit. Subject was given 241 and instructed to open it and keep it open. Tests on skin sample taken from subject confirmed development of severe allergy to spider venom, as per usual with contact with SCP-859, producing a mild burn. Redacted. SCP-241 retained its previous set of recipes. Analysis. SCP-241 apparently requires physical contact with subject. Subject 241-M. Test 25. Procedure. Subject given a standard Class D uniform. Subject was given 241 and instructed to open it. Results. Subject dropped SCP-241 on the floor and began screaming. SCP-241 came to rest against Redacted. Subject given a mild sedative. SCP-241 contained a set of arachnid-based and themed recipes. The meal Mr. Skeleton's Halloween Spider Snacks was selected and prepared from... What?
No, I'm pretty sure it's... I just like the idea that it's given its spider-themed snack. Out of spite, because presumably it turns them into a spider or some shit.
It was selected and prepared from SCP-241 by Subject 241-F. Due to Subject 241-M having severe arachnophobia, data expunged. Within 2 minutes, the subject experienced breathing difficulties and partial paralysis. This was closely followed by the typical symptoms of anaphylaxis. Immediate administration of epinephrine did not prevent the subject from expiring. Analysis. Although the images found in SCP-241 are typically considered pleasing or appetizing, it does not seem to have any particular sentience. Autopsy confirmed the presence of venom and neurotoxin produced by Brazilian wandering spider. Upon inspection of the crate of bananas which was used for chosen dish, redacted. Helicopters, redacted. Local farmers were redacted.
Oh god.
Great.
Spider. Oops.
Ooh.
You already have it. You have a tab with 241 open.
In light of recent test results with SCP-241, no further testing of SCP-241 on personnel without pre-existing food allergies is authorized without Level 4 security clearance. Testing may continue on personnel with pre-existing food allergies as long as documentation of said allergies has been filed and redacted. 05-redacted. Reclassification of SCP-241 to Euclid class is denied. Honestly, the cookbook... leave it in its room and everything's fine. It's no one else's fault if you don't know what you're allergic to and you don't bother to find out beforehand. Unless you're cooking for your significant other, then you'd better know. Cross-testing SCP-241 with other SCPs will be considered on a case-by-case basis. Exposure to SCP-682 has already been considered and denied. Come on!
Absolutely not.
But why
Alright,
not?
fucker, Alright, fucker, you're gonna make yourself spaghetti and we're gonna watch you eat it. Why?
Get the reptile to open the book. It gains a severe shellfish allergy and then instantly dies after you feed it the shellfish. That's what happens.
The real challenge is getting him to work in the kitchen on multiple
he
levels.
doesn't have to make it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Literally, they just have to get him to open the book and then take the book back and, like... To be fair, that would be a pain in the ass, but I'm sure they could fucking manage to do it, and it
Throw the
could
book at
kill
him.
him. Epinephrine didn't work to stop the allergic reaction. The worst case scenario, he's in a constant state of pain and agony, which he already is in the acid pit. So I'm waiting a moment because there's supposed to be an ad break thing.
I just really like the idea of trying to convince him to open the book. Somehow.
I feel like it can't be that hard. They're just like, oh, come on, just flip the page real quick. See?
If you open that book, the world explode.
Yeah.
If you don't open the book, the world explodes.
Some shit like that. Like, they could probably trick him. Like, hey, we know you've been bathing in acid for the past 37 years.
I don't think a human
We thought you
could.
deserved a nice meal for once. What would you like? Please pick something out of this book. And then, he kills them. I mean, I guess... one of the major reasons I can see them not wanting to do that test is what kind of food would show up to look appetizing to 682? Do we think it's just going to be some
Does
spaghetti?
he even enjoy eating?
Or do we think it's going to be the hearts of 37 infants on a platter?
I mean, who gives a shit? If it gets rid of 682, I guess.
I guess,
But also,
yeah.
it's more the issue of... Does he even like any sort of food?
People.
I thought the whole point is that stupid fucking lizard's just apathetic to everything.
People.
And also hateful.
They named a fish after Call of Duty. Great. Cod.
What's it?
Great. Thanks. That was good.
It called? Alex, what's the fish called?
You're speaking way too quietly for me to hear you more.
What's the fish called, Alex?
Can you speak up a little bit more?
What's the fish called, Alex?
That was too close.
I
It
know.
cut out.
What is the fish called, Helix?
Cod.
What's the fish called?
Fuck yeah, I want to read!
Kill yourself.
Addendum 1. Acquisition Summary. The Foundation became aware of SCP-241 in April Redacted while investigating reports of a Black Widow in Redacted named Redacted. Miss Redacted had been married 4 times and all 4 of her husbands had died shortly after eating a meal at home. However, since authorities never found evidence of foul play, Miss Redacted was never charged with any crime. Subsequent interviews with Mrs. Redacted by Foundation personnel revealed the existence of SCP-241, at which time SCP-241 was seized by Foundation agents. Mrs. Redacted revealed that she had first realized there was something unusual with SCP-241 when redacted. See document redacted for transcripts of interviews with Mrs. Redacted.
Come
Really
on,
fucking
man.
boring. I hate this article. This
Come
sucks.
on.
Give fucking
Just tell me what happened.
Give
Tell me
one
when
piece
she
of information.
realized.
That's all we're asking. Just redacted with redacted, and then she redacted on her redacted. It's like, no, that you fucking
She
shut
redacted
up.
on my redacted till I did it expunged.
That this literally like ruined the rest of the article for me. That's how bad this is.
Me, man.
Literally just.
Even if you had only given me when she realized it, that would have been fine. I don't care. You can omit dates and names all you fucking want. I don't care. Tell me when she figured out it was anomalous, because the gap is from her first husband's death to her fourth. That's a big fucking gap.
Why did she kill 4 husbands anyway?
Well, I guess that's to leave it ambiguous as to whether she was doing it intentionally or not, but like, why? I want to know!
When did she...
Was she just killing people to get the life, like, the fucking,
Was she just doing it for the
life
bit?
insurance? For the life insurance? Come on, tell me!
Oh, well. Addendum 2, Initial Testing Log. Display initial test... Why am I reading that? Oh my god. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Did I go up too far?
I mean, no, this is it.
Yeah, okay. Addendum 2, Initial Testing Log. All tests on SCP-241 were carried out in test kitchens at Site 19 using D-Class personnel for test subjects, unless otherwise indicated. I almost don't even want to read these, because it's all going to be they made them food and they died of shock. Like, I don't think we're gaining any new information from this.
We can at least read what they made, because I'm a little curious, but
Alright,
fine.
subject was chosen from general population, no unusual traits. Subject was presented the book, closed, and instructed to open it, choose a recipe, prepare it, and eat it while giving feedback during the entire process. Results. Before exposure to 241, subject declared that he had never cooked anything more complicated than ramen noodles. Subject opened SCP-241, reporting nothing unusual. Subject looked through recipes, choosing sautéed scallops in a white wine sauce. Subject prepared the scallops from the recipe and 241, and when complete, remarked that he did not know he could do that. Subject declared that the prepared dish smelled fantastic, and while eating it, declared, "This is the best thing I've ever eaten." 3 minutes after completing the meal, subject started showing symptoms of anaphylactic shock. Subject was treated with emergency doses of epinephrine, but treatment was not effective. Subject died 6 minutes afterward. Later confirmed by autopsy. I don't know what was fucking confirmed. Like, yeah, we know it was anaphylactic shock. That's what every single one has been. Subsequent examination of 241 revealed that 81 of its recipes called for shellfish. 241 was left open. Results are consistent with previous descriptions of the effects of 241. That feels really sad for this one guy in particular. The best meal he ever ate that wasn't like just ramen noodles, he fucking dies 3 minutes after.
I mean, it's not a pleasant way to go, but it's a lot better than
I
what was probably
guess he got his
for.
last meal, he made it himself. Good for him, I guess.
Huge. Also, can I just say really quick, these these fucking Foundation sites have to be the most annoying headache of a fucking facility to design and then build. Because think about it. They mentioned that they're doing this in like a test kitchen. Think of how many like extra living spaces, plumbing, all of this extra shit they have to hook up to like subterranean chambers.
Yeah.
Just
Alright.
Forget the fucking map layout of this place. I want to see what its fucking pipe and ventilation systems have to look like to facilitate this place functioning. Anyways.
Alright, test 2. Subject 241 was chosen from general population. Reports no known allergies to scallops or other shellfish. 241 was still open from test previous. Was instructed to not close SCP, find the sauteed scallops recipe, prepare it, and eat it while giving feedback during the entire process. Results. Before exposure to 241, subject expressed doubt that he'd be able to prepare the sauteed scallops recipe. After preparing the dish, subject expressed the surprise and that he had done so similarly to the reaction of subject 241, and said that the dish smells pretty good. While eating, subject declared that the dish was pretty good and again expressed surprise that he had cooked it. Subject did not suffer anaphylactic shock or any other adverse effects after completing the meal. Post-testing observation of subject revealed no long-term effects from eating the dish. SCP-241 was left open. Results are consistent with previous descriptions of the effects of SCP. Suspect that SCP may somehow improve this cooking skill of whoever is preparing the dish. I like to imagine that it's not, that it's actually improving their cooking skill. It's just that they don't think they're capable of it, and then they like look at the recipe, follow it, and they're like, wow! It's really that easy, isn't it?
I cook with a food.
Alright. Subjects C and D were chosen from general population. Both subjects report no skill in cooking and no allergies to shellfish. I'm glad we're still on this topic. 241 was still open from previous tests. C was instructed to not close it. Find the sauteed scallops recipe and transcribe it to the standard sheet of paper in a separate test kitchen. Subject 241D was given the transcribed recipe and instructed to prepare and eat the dish prepared. 241C found and transcribed the recipe without incident. The transcribed recipe was visually compared to the recipe in 241 and confirmed to be identical. 241 was left open. Subject displayed no adverse effects from interaction with SCP-241. Subject 241-D was given the transcribed recipe and attempted to prepare the sauteed scallops, but experienced difficulty and frustration several times, declaring, "I told you guys I can't cook." The completed dish did not look or smell nearly as good as in previous tests. Subject balked at eating the dish, saying, "It smells like shit," but was persuaded to eat it by redacted. Subject ate approximately 40% of the meal before stating, "I'm gonna be sick," at which time subject vomited. Subject was instructed to finish the meal, but subject responded, redacted. Termination of subject considered, but rejected in favor of further time. Really just gonna fucking execute him over the fact that he didn't want to eat more slop off of the plate, dude? Like, you can make a reasonable assumption what the, like, you know, information you've been provided. Like, what were they expecting to happen? Like, oh, he only ate 40% of the plate, so maybe he's not going to die from anaphylactic shock. He's not even he didn't even interact with the book ever. There's no way that eating it even did anything to him.
Maybe if he doesn't eat all of it, he dies because the book is insulted.
It's just a stretch that they were like, yeah, let's kill him over not eating his...
I was not suggesting that in earnest. But...
Analysis. More evidence that SCP-241 can improve the cooking skill of its user. Subject 241-D retained for part of the testing. Or he was just really that bad. That's also a possibility. Maybe he just sucked.
That is also true.
Yeah.
He's apparently not very good.
Oh my god, can you please do something interesting? It's just been like, what if, like, instead...
This is a cool concept, and it's slowly being dragged out too long.
I swear this next test is gonna be,
sucks.
they copied the same recipe and then told somebody else to copy it and then give it to someone new to then make the recipe and feed it to the original guy. And it's just like, come the fuck on! We get it! It's sauteed scallops! It wasn't anomalous the first time. Okay, subject D41-D. Subject was still open from test. Is this just them? Yeah, I think this is just them telling the guy who couldn't cook to use the book this time and see if it made it better.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Alright, subject vociferous protested having to eat her own cooking, but was persuaded to cooperate with the promise that the subject would not have to eat the resulting dish if it turned out like the previous test. Subject expressed skepticism, but proceeded to prepare the sauteed scallops recipe. While cooking the dish, subject experienced none of the difficulties she experienced in the previous test, instead expressing the now familiar surprise that her cooking was turning out so well. The dish looked and smelled similar to the results of test 241-2. Subject was not nearly as reluctant to eat the prepared dish, declaring, "It's not bad at all." Subject did not appear to suffer from any adverse effects after eating the dish. During post-testing interviews, Subject was asked how she was able to prepare the sautéed scallops during this test when the results of the previous test were so unappetizing. Subject stated that she did not know, only that once she started cooking the dish, it became perfectly clear to her how to do it. Subject did not appear to have any additional knowledge of cooking and even had trouble remembering the cooking techniques she used in this test. There is now little doubt that SCP-241 can turn people who know nothing about cooking into gourmet chefs, at least for the dish that's being prepared. This book does sound really useful, because as long as you, open it, and then don't close it, it just lets you prepare any of the recipes with,
So
great
the only
ease.
thing that triggers it to kill someone is the book being closed.
It is, as far as I can tell, it's only for the person who opened the book if they eat the food from it.
So you cook for everyone but yourself.
Exactly. Or hell, they
Huge.
literally don't even need to cook or be near the food at all. They can just open it. They can have a D-class. You remember when they used D-class to cycle the one teleporting pool to the moon? They just do that, but with the book. They're just like, "Hey, go open it. We want to see.
Maybe that's
we
what
need
they
a new
do for
menu for the cafeteria."
Maybe that's what they do for the D class that they're sending on their way, so to speak. Anyway, they have
Yeah.
them filter through all the ones that they can use to mill the deck of various weird SCPs like that. All right,
think...
touch the book next. Now step into this kiddie pool. No, I will not elaborate.
I do think they gain an allergy to whatever it is in the book, but, at the same time, it's they're fucking D-class. I don't give a shit if the D-class has a food allergy. That's the least they've got to worry about. They've got a cleaning appointment in the fucking concrete baby's room later tonight, so, who cares?
Do they want to smell like shit for the next, hour? Or do they want to die from anaphylactic shock? That's their option.
Yeah. Oh, well. Talking about peanuts. Test 11. Subjects E and F were chosen from general population. Subject 241E is known to have an allergy to peanuts. Subject F has demonstrated considerable skill as a chef. Subject E was presented 241 while closed and instructed to open it and choose a recipe. 241F was then instructed to prepare the selected meal from 241. The dish was given, who was then asked to eat it. They're just testing to see if somebody else makes it, does the same effect happen? Subject E opened 241. Looking through the recipes offered, stated that all the recipes called for peanuts, adding "peanuts mess me up something fierce." Subject found a few recipes that did not include peanuts and selected an Australian carrot cake. Subject 241F prepared the carrot cake and remarked that the finished product was better than he expected. The cake was presented to Subject 241E, who started eating without prompting or hesitation. Subject stated that the cake was the best thing I've ever eaten and ate nearly half the cake before claiming satiation. Within 2 minutes, Subject started showing symptoms of anaphylactic shock. Subject was administered epinephrine, which was ineffective. Why do they keep trying?
I guess it's just protocol routine.
And
I like the implication that he started eating it without being told that it was for him, so he just sees someone walk in with the carrot cake and just fucking
They set it down on a table in front of him, and he started scarfing it down with his hands, is what I'm imagining.
he grabbed it full on with one hand. That thing was gone in about a minute.
Anaphylactic shock was the cause of death, by the way. Huge shocker on that one. The recipes
definitely.
in SCP-241 were examined, and 85 of the 99 recipes called for peanuts or peanut products. But the Australian carrot cake was not one of them. The carrot cake and 7 other recipes included lupin flour. A quick search found that lupin flour can induce an anaphylactic reaction in those who suffer peanut allergies. The remaining 6 recipes called for more exotic ingredients, 2 called for redacted, and while the other 4 asked for redacted, respectively. I really want to know about the exotic recipes! Those are the most interesting part of this. Nope.
Nouns, motherfucker! Use them!
SCP-241 remained open. The remaining half of the cake was saved for further testing. Analysis. Reactions of subjects E and F were both consistent with prior observations. The selection of recipes supports a theory that 241 somehow determines the substance that the target is most allergic to and offers recipes to specifically induce a fatal allergic reaction in the target. Contacted redacted for analysis of the 6 exotic recipes.
Hey, real quick, do you think it has like a cutoff point with how long it's determined that you're eating quote the meal? Like, say you prepare a massive, like, take the cake for example. Instead of having just like part of the cake, what if you just very slowly, meticulously eat all of it? How long does it go before the fucking book's failsafe kicks in and you just die anyway?
I don't know. I think as long as they eat any of it, they suffer the phylactic shock.
I know, but like it seems to cut off after they've concluded eating.
Like, they haven't
so, like,
tried
do you think
one
it has a
bite and then
cutoff
they walk
point?
away afterwards yet.
No, like I can understand the whole no, it cuts off when they're done eating. Okay, fine. What if they're really fucking slow about it?
Yeah.
Is there just like a time to kill, or
I don't know, man.
I'm asking for brevity, Helix. I'm not expecting an
Yeah.
answer.
If only they'd do an interesting test instead of we fed peanuts to the peanut allergic guy. Like, all right.
We fed 173 to the man who's allergic to peanuts. He died.
Test 12. Subject 241F data expunged. Subject was instructed to prepare the 6 dishes that contained neither lupin or peanuts. The dishes were turned over to redacted for analysis. Redacted. They was all fucking redacted. Showed no apparent ill effects from preparing 7 different dishes from 241 in quick succession. Recommended retaining subject to study long-term effects of secondary exposure to 241. I don't think there are any, man. There literally haven't been any in any previous test. This is test number 12. And not once have they mentioned any potential long-term effects from not being the target. Oh, now this guy made 2 dishes and they're like, oh, maybe there are long-term. No, fuck off. It's pissing me off.
Okay, so we do get confirmation this next one, which this is basically the same fucking thing with the carrot cake, but this one mentions that after finishing of his own accord, then it kills. Okay, so it does go off of like satiation, I guess.
Subject
That's nice
241G
to know.
was chosen from general population, known allergy to peanuts. Subject was instructed to eat remaining cake from test 11. Subject asked if the cake contained peanuts and was assured that it did not. Subject stated that he didn't much like carrot cake and was told redacted. Started eating the cake, remarking the cake was pretty good actually. Subject consumed approximately 75% of the remaining cake before declaring satiation. At 7 minutes, subject started showing signs of anaphylactic shock. Epinephrine was administered and subject was stabilized. Subject eventually recovered, although recovery time was somewhat longer than expected. It appears that although the recipes from 241 are potentially hazardous to anyone susceptible to the allergen in question, SP241's recipes are most potent against the target. Results from tests 241-12 and 241-13 are encouraging to redact. He was allergic to peanuts, and he ate the thing that triggers you're allergic to peanuts.
Okay.
That's all that happened there. And it
Never
was
mind.
it was normal in recovery because it was just an allergic reaction. I think it took longer for him to heal or whatever. It just happens. I don't think that was anomalous.
I mean, maybe it is, but also,
I think they just said that. Subject 241 was chosen from general according to complete health screenings, no food allergies. Subject was instructed to open 241 and leave it open for analysis. Analysis of 241 showed that 79 of the recipes in its pages called for chicken, eggs, or egg-based products. Is this salmonella poisoning or whatever? Maybe.
No.
Egg-based product. 15 of the remaining recipes called for eggs from redacted. The other 5 redacted. These 5 recipes transcribed redacted and turned redacted. Fucking, I'm gonna kill someone. This article is genuinely making me so mad right now. Because every single test has just been so boring. There's like 13 of these things, and all of them are just like, what if we fed someone else the food and like nothing happened again? And it's like, wow, you didn't even change any variables this time. You just made somebody else prep the food.
I understand I think I understand what they were going for with it being this, like, concise, but it really does just drag
They don't
on.
even test, like, actually meaningful things, right? So say one guy opens the book. There's no effect if you just open and close the book. What happens if they
Yeah.
open the book, transcribe a recipe, make it, and then, like, close and open the book again, and then eat the other recipe? Is the effect still the same, or is it, like, different now because the book is switched targets? Is the target, like, something that carries over between opening and closing? Like, that's an interesting test. But no! Instead, they're like, what if we copied down this recipe, and then have our great-grandmommy make it for us, and see if it's still No!
What if we made 7 D-class eat a piece of carrot cake and watch them die?
Yeah, like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? Like, what if we fed peanuts to the shellfish allergy guy this time? And it's like, nobody cares.
Helix, you know what these tests are?
What?
These are a tax write-off. They need to get rid of some of the excess D-class.
Yeah, it's just so much of nothing happening. Like maybe, yeah, try seeing what happens if you only let the D-class try, like, a bite of the food. Does he still experience full anaphylactic shock? Because no, they just keep letting him scarf down half a carrot cake. Like, I want to know more information, but instead it's just gonna be like, what if they made him eggs this time and he died of fucking anaphylactic shock anyway?
So, to clarify, Helix, not counting the, like, test logs, conceptually, what are your thoughts on the SCP?
I think it's great. I just think they really should have done a better idea with the test logs, because we read like 20 test logs and they're all just the same fucking shit over and over
Maybe
again.
need to rewrite the test logs or get someone else who's able to make them more.
Also, this where it's just like every like called for eggs
the data
from redacted,
that's really fucking getting to me.
Redacted. And
you
it's
can
like,
afford to unexpunge a little bit.
you couldn't just say ostrich eggs or something exotic to give the fucking reader a little something to go off of, other than eggs from redacted that were shown to redacted before the redacted.
I understand if you don't want to like include all of those recipes. Maybe this was written by someone who doesn't like that much about food.
I need to finish reading this article and stop getting heated. I need to stop
hiding
reading.
the fact that they don't know many recipes.
Alright. Subject H stated that she had never experienced any problem eating eggs before. Subject was presented with 12 hard-boiled eggs and was instructed to eat them. All of them?
Eat this right now.
Subject was asked for salt and pepper. Granted. That's so...
Thank God.
Can I please have something to make these taste better?
No, fuck
and
you.
If
you ask me again, I'm gonna make you eat it with the shell on. Oh.
While eating the third egg, subject started complaining of stomach pain. Subject was instructed to continue eating, and she begrudgingly continued. Why? Why don't they want a smaller control group? Why are they like, eat until your belly is full with every single one of these?
Oh, wait, I think this is answering the question.
I know, I saw.
Kind of.
Upon ingesting her seventh egg, subject collapsed on the floor, doubled over in pain within 60 seconds. Subject started showing signs of anaphylactic shock. Epinephrine was administered and subject was stabilized. Subject recovered within the expected recovery time for an episode. Analysis. We now have evidence that 241 somehow induces or amplifies an allergy in the target when SCP-241 is opened. The ability would explain how 241 is able to cause an allergic reaction in targets without pre-existing food allergies.
Okay, so it isn't. It's actually just inducing an allergy in someone. It's not like a global death counter. Okay, fine. That's cool, I guess. I really wish it didn't take you people like up to test H.
I had to feed her fucking 7 eggs. Also, I don't even think that they stated that the hard-boiled eggs were actually chosen as a recipe. It just said subject was presented with 12 hard-boiled eggs. It doesn't say they were from the book.
I was gonna say, is hard-boiled eggs even a recipe? You just kind of do that to an egg.
Yeah.
You use a hard-boiled egg in, like, deviled eggs. Right. That's part of a recipe.
For subsequent information, the experiment, test log, supplemental, whatever the fuck. Addendum, notes from cross-testing. To determine the effects of 241's recipes on subjects that either cannot eat or do not require sustenance, approval was given to... It doesn't matter if they're allergic to it. If you're allergic to something, you can touch your skin and it still isn't good. It doesn't need to be ingested specifically. That's a dumb prospect that makes no sense. It's just complete, blatant overlooking what is the core aspect of this SCP, which is allergies.
Read.
They, on SCP-1777. Upon subject opening the book, the contents were identical before it was closed previously. This confirms the results of test 241-23, in which the SCP did not respond to inorganic subjects. Great, cool, thanks. Fucking pissed me off, dude.
You okay, buddy? You want to take a seat?
I'm so upset over this one, because literally every single test was just the most uninteresting garbage.
That's really sad. That's such a fun concept
there
for
were
like
so
a
many
simple
different
safe
unique
class
things
SCP.
they could test, and instead they were like, what if we made someone else eat the carrot cake without even interacting with the SCP?
I wish I understand that it's entirely just allergy, but like I wish there was some other like flavor to it, not just anaphylactic, but like some people would like break out in hives or some shit, and
I
also
just wish
die
they
of
did better
choking to
test
death.
logs. Like literally,
That too,
was
but,
so
like,
pathetic. That was a pathetic
The
test
tests
log.
were so fucking dry.
Yeah. Like, there were so many more interesting things they could have tested, but instead it was, like, literally, let's feed the carrot cake that killed the other guy to this other lady with a peanut allergy and see if it also kills her. And it's like, no, that's just you know the effect of the SCP is to kill the reader. What do you think is gonna happen when you feed some... We established the result to this exact test in the first fucking test of this SCP. That if someone else eats the food, the anomalous effect doesn't apply. And then we spend the next 7 tests testing it more anyway?
But
why?
Are you sure, Helix?
Sorry.
What if it was an off day? What if lightning struck the Foundation?
No, yeah, we need to test this 7 more times to make sure. We don't know if it's actually causing the allergies or if it's just they are just I don't even fucking know what the goddamn researchers must have been thinking doing that one.
We fit. You can start writing in Discord about your least favorite SCPs too. Honestly, I think he's about to.
I might. I'm gonna leave a hate comment on this SCP, dude. I'm gonna stay. I can't say that.
I don't think it deserves that. I really don't.
I can't say what I was about to joke. I was gonna say I was gonna send not kind threats to the author of the SCP.
I'm going to have an uncivil conversation with him.
Oh my god. Oh. Give it a moment. I think we're about to get an ad break.
But like, no, conceptually, the SCP's just a quaint little recipe book. I like it a lot.
God, I really wish they did tests instead of just redoing the same thing.
Get Buddy to write this. DJ Cactus, yeah, him.
Like get him in for specifically the test that involved like the spiders wasn't interesting because they redacted like every single piece of it. That would have told us what actually happened. And I'm like...
I don't even know what the fuck that SCP
what did they even make?
Like...
They said, like, the Mr. Skeleton's Halloween surprise, and then redacted, and penis exploded, redacted.
I really like the implication that the book picked that just to spite them. It's like, okay, well, if I can ignore the whole process of, you know, killing you via allergy, maybe I can just make you go into shock another way.
Yeah.
Spider.
Oh well, please, I need to get off this topic. I want you to please read this so I can fucking palate cleanse.
Thought the ad break was coming up, or is it over? Felix?
What? Sorry, you're a little quiet still.
Oh. Fuck. Okay. Okay, how about now?
A little better.
How about now?
About the same.
God damn it. You know, I was gonna read that, but you know.
So I was looking at the pictures of the pool because the water looks really nice. Look at that. Look at that.
Water.
This is just chlorine.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. You sound a little better now, so go ahead.
Alright. Item number SCP-242. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-242 is to be kept at a home located in Redacted... What's NM again? I don't remember.
North Minnesota.
Right. Procured by the Foundation on Redacted. The original owner was an out-of-state landlord who had problems keeping it rented. After retiring, he moved there, but disappeared after 3 days. The house is unremarkable, and it is inhabited by Dr. Redacted and Redacted, who pose as a married couple with no children. The backyard is defined along its perimeter with a cinder block wall approximately 2 meters high in accordance with the homes in the general vicinity. The pool is monitored at all times by a single level 1 guard who also covers as the couple's live-in cook. Human monitoring was added after Incident 242-1. Swimming or wading in the pool is strongly discouraged, and any access to the pool by anyone other than Class D personnel for experimental reasons is forbidden. Description: SCP-242 is a swimming pool approximately 4.5 meters wide by 9 meters long, with a depth ranging from 1 meter deep on both ends to 1.5 meters deep in the center, and a total volume of approximately 53,000 liters. It has a dual waterfall feature, an in-pool vacuum unit, and stairs on one end. Any substance, when placed into the pool, will eventually be transmuted into sterile water, which will remain sterile even after being removed from SCP-242 and introduced to a non-sterile environment. A sample taken from SCP-242 and poured into a container of water that had been tinted with red food coloring did not mix, but rather stayed together as a non-miscible bubble. Subsequent examination of sample shows them to be nothing more than pure, sterile water. The length of time required for the transmutation to complete is dependent on the nature of the substance placed into SCP-242. Ordinary river water sampled from Redacted was completely sterilized in 7 minutes. Stagnant pond water taken from Redacted was sterilized in 18 minutes. 50,000 liters of coal tar was converted over the course of 12 days.
That's really funny.
They emptied out most of the fucking pool for that. Jesus. While the pool contains nothing but sterile water, there is no apparent action of any of the features of the pool. Once a non-water substance is placed into the pool, the water jets and waterfall will come on even if disconnected from any power source. The pool vacuum, if attached, will also activate and drive around the bottom of the pool even through extremely viscous liquids. There's no cycling of water into or out of the filtration system. Pipes leading to the filtration system have been completely removed and shown to be empty and dry while pool contents were being sterilized. And visual, they'd have like a mock-up time-lapse of what it would look like to watch it purifying the water, which I think is a cute touch.
I really like the image of like whoever the author of this is just like
yeah,
went out
just
to
you
their
see his
pool.
shadow in there. That's cute. I like
Yeah,
that.
they were just cleaning their pool and like they'd be so cool as an SCP.
This is like a SCP researcher's like retirement assignment. Just like, all right, you get to live in a house.
Live in the house, clean the pool, blah blah blah.
Pretend to have a wife, husband, whatever the hell. Also a live-in cook. Pray to God none of the neighbors come over and ask to have him cook. Addendum. Incident 242-1. On Redacted, thanks. During a time when the home was vacant but being monitored by a hidden video camera, a man and a woman, apparently in their early 20s, scaled the rear wall and gained access to SCP-242. They proceeded to undress and go swimming along with 2 vinyl inflatable rafts acquired from the shed in the backyard. After the water jets came on, the female was startled and indicated that she wanted to leave. The male claimed that it was just the automatic timer coming on to clean the pool, and when there was nothing to worry about, the couple continued to swim and engage in intimate activities. Yeah, that checks out. 24 minutes after the jets started, the female was heard to say that the water was really warm and made her feet feel tingly. The male agreed, and they both climbed onto their respective rafts and fell asleep holding hands. 29 minutes after the jets started, both of the rafts popped within 4 seconds of each other, and the couple was again immersed completely in the water. At this time, significant frothing of the water began with a deep red color being given off from the subjects' locations. Subjects were heard screaming loudly, and both attempted to exit the pool. Before exit was possible, the couple went under the surface. The frothing stopped, and the pool went from red to clear approximately 48 seconds later. The decision was made to institute a lifeguard at the post. After 2 weeks, a story was leaked to the press that the couple had eloped to an unknown location somewhere in Mexico. After the ungodly screams of someone being dissolved in a pool, they're just like, oh, yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Hydrochloric acid, yeah.
Incredible.
That's a bit long. Oh well, that's fine.
Ah, okay. And every time. I'm really good at this. Abstract. What are the general properties of the water contained in SCP-242? Does the water retain any SCP-like properties when removed from the location? Proposal. Determine if the water is safe for human consumption both while in the SCP and outside of it. I think we know the answer to the first. Fuck.
At least this is an interesting test.
Yeah.
This is something I've got a question about, not something that I figured out 7 test logs ago.
What if the YMCA guards or lifeguards can't stop me from drinking the pool water? You die.
What is there like some kind of upper threshold on what kind of like durability? Like do hydrophobic materials resist the pool effect? Maybe like
because it implies
that's like
that
interesting
humans
test.
take longer. It implies that humans seem to take longer to dissolve.
I need something where like physically repels water. Like if the water from the pool never comes into contact with them, but they're in the pool, can it still end up dissolving them, or is it basically like armor? Alright, continue.
Required equipment / personnel. 2 titanium atmospheric dive suits altered to fit the testing criteria. 2 D-class personnel of like gender and race, age range to within 3 years. 1 food-grade titanium barrel, 190-liter capacity. 1 remotely controlled overhead crane capable of lifting 20 metric tons. 1 automated titanium siphon system. 1 wireless communication system for separate links to and from both dive suits. 1 home fumigation tenting unit to use to create a neighborhood subterfuge. Estimated budget redacted. Status approved, redacted by doctors, presumably the. Results. Transcript attached for review. Contact Dr. Redacted for a full lab report. Alright, who's who, Helix?
You can pick this time.
No.
Hitch. I mean, I'll take the test subjects if you want to be the doctor.
Okay. Alright, once you've entered the dive suit, we'll lower you into the pool. All you need to do is take a drink from the metal straw by your mouth when instructed to do so.
Sorry, it's...
The idea of someone in a dive suit that's got a straw retrofitted into it's so fucking funny.
Taking a drink from a swimming pool with a metal straw
Sippy
is what
sip.
I'm imagining. Like, imagine we're swimming. Like, I'm sitting in my, like, tube or whatever, and then I just pull out a metal straw out of my swimsuit. It just...
yummy in my tummy.
Ugh.
This is dumb fun for an SCP.
I like this one so far.
This
it's
is
a
a
very
lovely
good palate
palate
cleanser. I
Alright.
can't see out of this thing. Shouldn't there be glass here? Why is it all metal?
That's classified. Just get into the dive suit, please. Sound of
Classified.
overhead crane followed by a loud splash. Get in the damn dive suit, Shinji. Is the barrel full yet?
Yep, all full.
Good. Remove the siphon and get into the other dive suit. You will not be placed into the pool. Just drink from the metal straw fed from the barrel when instructed to do so.
So if I ain't going in the pool, why am I getting into that thing?
Again, that is classified. We went over this in the debrief. Just do as instructed, please.
Eek-ork. Damn, it's dark in here. No light? How will I find the straw when I... Oh, there it is.
SCP-242, Experiment 17, time 0 set. Test Subject A, please take a sip from the straw and tell me what you experience.
It's pretty warm. There's a weird chemical aftertaste, but it doesn't last long.
Good, thank you. Test subject B, please take a sip from the straw and tell me what you experience.
It's cool and tastes like, well, nothing. It's good.
Okay. God damn it. A
Come
long,
on.
long belch is heard, followed by laughter from test subject A. Test subject A, what is going on? Please take another sip.
Wow, I've got lots of gas. Ew, this stuff is really warm now, and it stings my mouth. How much longer is this test?
Okay, test subject B, please take a sip.
Yep, same as before. No taste or smell at all. The water is... Is this water? It's cool and pleasant.
Sorry. Test subject A, please repeat the process.
Ow, fuck. This is really hot now, and hey, what the f... Is that one of my fillings? What the... Is this...
Please just report your experience as succinctly as possible. Fillings can be replaced. Test subject B, please repeat the process.
This is boring, Doc. Seems like a lot of hassle just to give us a drink of water.
Test subject A, please repeat. Test subject A, please respond. Test subject B, please repeat.
Yep. Still nice.
Okay, test subject B, we're moving to the next phase, which is a full medical analysis, but you'll need to decompress before you can exit the suit. It will take several hours, so get comfortable in there. Please take a drink every time the indicator light goes on and let me know if anything changes. Use the urination adapter if needed, as needed.
Understood. Damn, that was easy.
Testing was ended due to internal electrical and subsequent structural failure of atmospheric dive suit A. Retrieval was not attempted. Complete loss of atmospheric dive suit A occurred after approximately 15 hours. Test subject B was extracted after 17 hours. No physiological changes were detected. Subject B's urine was recovered and showed no extraordinary properties. Subject B has been released to the Class D group for future reuse. The water remaining in the barrel was left to evaporate and did so within the expected time frame. No residue of any kind remained. Oh man, this water's
one
tasty.
dude just like starting to... Yeah, for her it was just completely fine. Like, oh yep, that's cool, nice water. Yay. And then over there it's like... He's drinking straight up lava. One more.
This is fantastic. Wifid has asked the question, by the way.
Oh, dude, not done.
Oh, shit. I apologize.
You're fine.
Note, the use of SCP-242 for possible disposal of any SCP-related materials that are difficult to manage is being considered at this time. Contact Dr. Redacted for details and/or permission for testing.
It was getting kind of late into the stream. And we did already do, like, your one redeemed one. Would you mind waiting until next week for it? If we really want, we could do it now. But... It depends. What is it? Show us what it is.
Well, if it's long, then...
If it catches our interest, we'll read it. But, like, otherwise, wait till next week. If it's immediately like, oh yeah, this looks like it'll be funny, then sure.
Like, the VTuber one was a pretty funny pick, ironically.
Yeah.
That was good.
Oh, you're just asking for next streams?
And it's not a funny one. Fair enough.
Damn, what's even the point? I would
What's the
kind of
point?
prefer to keep it one per person per stream, because I think that's fair. That way we don't end up like... Yeah, I don't want to set a precedent where we can just be reading the same person's suggestions over and over again.
Okay, Wefit, what if you suggest one and then I do the redeem?
That...
I can't. I'm not doing that.
If you could convince someone else to do your SCP as a thing,
If you-
I can
If you
agree
gaslight
with
someone
that.
else.
Yeah, that's fair enough to me.
co-host is not fair game though, just so you don't set a bad precedent.
I mean, I think it's fair game because you deserve just as much right to like recommend an SCP as anyone else.
I mean,
if you think
yeah.
one would be fun to read and it meets the same requirement, why not?
I mean, yeah, maybe, but I'll probably bring that up to you like separately if I ever finally go looking on this wiki myself.
Yeah. Anyway, description class Blam.
Yeah.
This one's really short. Would you like to take it over as well?
Fine. Only because I got such a banger as pool that melts people.
Hydrochloric acid.
Yeah. Item number SCP-243. Level 2 restricted. Containment class safe. Disruption class flam. Risk class caution. Special containment procedures. SCP-243 is to be secured in the geometric center of a standard containment cell no less than 16 by 16 by 16 meters. The cell is to be contained in or connected to an adjacent room of similar size and composition by one standard door. All exits to the cells are to be kept locked and guarded against unauthorized access. No eligible group more than 4 identical inanimate objects, see below, is permitted into the containment cell, nor any item capable of producing such group, except as necessary for testing. Personnel entering the cell are subject to search and seizure of unauthorized multiples. Objects animated by SCP-243 are to be removed to the adjacent room for study. Undesirable animated objects are to be disposed of promptly, by incineration if appropriate. In the event that SCP-243 is applied to other SCP objects, or to other objects of similar value, the flock is to be separated and held in standard save or Euclid class inanimate item lockers until the effects wear off. Following Incident 243-2, bringing eligible groups of weapons, easily weaponized objects, or dry cell batteries into SCP-243's containment is strictly forbidden. Description: SCP-243 is a mass of small dry cell batteries, all fused at their negative terminals into an ellipsoid approximately 30 centimeters long by 10 centimeters diameter. The arrangement is semi-fluid. The batteries may be rearranged by applying gentle pressure, though it is far more difficult to remove them from the central cylinder. SCP-243's unusual properties manifest when an eligible group of object is brought into its active zone, an area of indeterminate shape extending no more than 7.3 meters or less than 2.5 meters from the center of the item. The active zone's precise extent and shape changes from minute to minute. An eligible group consists of 5 or more identical or nearly identical inanimate objects. Nearly identical items are those that a casual observer cannot easily distinguish between or based on attributes other than overall color. Huh, okay. I do appreciate that distinction.
Yeah.
Eligible group members animate when brought into the active zone, displaying unusual flexibility and powers of levitation and locomotion. They acquire a few basic instincts, including self-preservation and variously complex flocking behavior. Object flocks range from simple separation, alignment, cohesion groups, like flocks of birds or shoals of fish, to aggregates including role specialization and formation of discrete subunits. Animated groups also, secondarily to flocking, tend to behave in ways thematically appropriate to an object of their type. Umbrellas form large shades, chairs make themselves available as seating, knives seek out objects to cut, etc. An item separated from the flock wanders aimlessly or searches for other flock members. Approximately 4 hours after separation, the item goes dormant and loses all apparent unusual properties. At this point, reuniting it with its group reanimates it again, 25 minutes after going dormant, and becomes permanently inanimate, losing all unusual properties and reverting to a normal object of its type. Whether intact or missing members, a flock de-animates permanently 24 hours, give or take 2 hours, after initial exposure to SCP-243. Flocks displaying complex shelling behavior frequently fuse upon de-animation into aggregates representative of that behavior. Addendum. SCP-243 came to the Foundation's attention following a series of suspicious incidents involving redacted animation studios. The unusual, fluid, natural motion depicted in the cartoons produced would not normally have attracted attention, but redacted. But data expunged every lamp in the facility. Data expunged. Great, thanks. The effects wore off in the usual 24 hours. Class A amnestics were administered to the animators involved and their families, all of whom remain under surveillance. Future redacted productions are to be monitored carefully for evidence of further interference. Note: compare the characters in redacted film Knick Knack to SCP-1507. Further inference: Researcher Killian.
I'll be honest, I kind of like zoned out for that like entire article. What was it?
Okay, so anything of like, I think it's 5 or more of an object basically become like a pack of animals in a sense, but they take on characteristics you would expect something that's been animated to. Like chairs arrange in seating, umbrellas form shade, knives try to find things to cut. After a time, if they get separated from their flock, they will de-animate, and after about 24 hours, they will be disconnected from the flock, so to speak.
Okay.
Something like that. It's neat. I like it. It's
It's
a little plain.
Ridge has suggested an SCP, and I think we might. Do you think it's fair to call this the last
272
one?
and the 272 and the 682 termination log for 272.
Yeah, if it's just like one termination log, that's fine. Not reading like all of them.
Like, this is also really close to where we're gonna be, but alright.
It's really close, but at the same time, this is still like 2-3 weeks away. So we'll probably just remember, like, hey, we already read this one. Skip it over when we get here. Like, it's not gonna be that big a deal.
Okay.
All right, it's my turn to read.
Yep. Fuck you.
Item number SB-272. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-272 is to be contained in a small wooden box in a vault at Sector 25. Apart from this, no other further containment is necessary, as the object is completely inert when not in use. Care is to be taken not to drop the item during transit. Description: SCP-272 is an iron nail, approximately 11.5 centimeters long, resembling ancient designs. Covering every flat surface are engravings of unknown cultural origin. The engravings have been described as captivating but scary in a majority of SCAF interviewed. The nature of the object becomes apparent when it's dropped onto the shadow of an individual. The nail will bury itself exactly 2/3 of its length into the material the shadow is cast on. Following this, 2 effects should be noted. The person whom the shadow belongs to will not be able to remove the nail by any means, and they are limited to movements that keep their shadow cast in the nail. The nail, however, may be removed by conventional means by anyone else, although those requested to do so reported a mild aversion, citing claims that it feels fair. The subject was discovered during a routine sweep embedded in an exposed rock face near an abandoned Air Force in Redacted, Afghanistan, with a human skeleton scattered around it. It was thought to be mundane until a researcher dropped it at their feet, and it was subsequently pinned to the spot for 20 minutes before being assisted. That sucks. You're just fucking trapped there, and you can't do anything about it.
Sorry, idiot. Stay there.
Alright. Experiment log. Format: test subject, surface, lighting, purpose, procedure, results, conclusions, addendum. Test A. Subject 1D class. Surface: rock face at discovery site. Lighting: midday sun directly overhead. Purpose: established nature of SCP. Procedure: subject was handed the nail and told to hammer it into its shadow at his feet. Results: subject complies. Once the nail had reached the 2/3 mark, the subject could not continue. Subject attempts to move away but is unable to. Subject soon becomes fatigued and succumbs to heat stroke. Object removed. Subject given medical treatment. Conclusion: nature of the object is established. Really wish they would have established the nature of the cookbook a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
Just saying. Test subject 1D class. Surface: as above. Don't know what that means. Lighting: night. Minimal. Purpose: establish effects at night. Nail was dropped at the subject's feet and embedded itself exactly 2/3 of the way in. Subject then asked to move 10 meters away from the nail. Results: object embeds, subject complies, showing no adverse effects. Subject then attempts to escape and is terminated. Object recovered. Conclusion. Subject is free to move when no shadow is cast. That's a different test. Just saying. It's important to note that something new was tested there, apparently. Test subject.
Are you sure?
1D class. Surface as above. Lighting as above. 2 hours before sunrise. Purpose. Establish effects if lighting changes. Oh! That's interesting. That's something new. Sorry, I'm never going to get over this. Procedure.
Well,
Nail dropped as above. Subject told to walk in a straight line away from the nail. Subject in beds. Subject shows no adverse effect. Sunrise occurs at 6:06 local time. Subject is redacted. 3 cleanup teams dispatched. Subject's torso recovered. Holy shit, what the fuck?
Wow.
106 meters from the object, showing signs of road rash and severe blunt trauma. Subject
Okay, so
recovered. Testing
I
moved
admittedly
to
kind of
Sector
blanked out.
25.
What does this thing actually do to people?
It's a nail.
It's like an anchor.
Yeah, it's a nail that anchors your shadow to the ground, and you cannot move it yourself.
Okay. So
And
once
this
the
test
shadow
was-
disperses, then you can
Yeah.
leave. Okay.
Yeah. If someone
So
else moves it,
you're not
fine.
allowed. You're not allowed to move in a way that would remove your shadow from the nail.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
This is fun. I like this.
Yeah.
I had gotten like parts of it, but not all of it.
Yeah.
Good. To know.
No effect at night. This is testing if it dropped and then the sun rises, which I believe just tore them into shreds and launched them like far away.
Ah.
Yeah. Alright, test subject 1D class. Surface, concrete floor of the test facility. Again, this is testing something different. They were trying to see if it can embed itself in a stronger material this time. Oh. Alright, lighting. 1 standard light, 60-watt light bulb, directly overhead. Establish lighting requirements. Procedure. Nail drop in the shadow of test subject. Subject told to walk in a straight line away from the object. Object in bed. Subject is free to move. Object recovered. Insufficient
They were
lighting
testing
will
valid
call
lighting.
no effect. Surface as above. Lighting 1 standard 1,500 watt stadium light directly overhead. Purpose as above. Procedure as above. Results. Object in bed. Subject trapped. Object recovered. Lighting requirements established. I like this way of doing a test log. This is really good. Like, short and concise. Like, no fluff about
Apply
it.
this to the other, basically.
Yeah. Alright. Test subject 2D class. Surface as above. Lighting 2 stadium lights positioned 9 degrees apart. Determine if multiple subjects can be held. Subject position to their shadows overlap. Object dropped one onto both shadows. Subjects told to advance away from the nail. Object in beds. Subject D272-4 continues unhindered but reports feeling a chill. 05 is held by the object. Object recovered. Object cannot hold more than 1 subject. Potential secondary effect observed. Interesting! Really interesting!
Intriguing.
Also, we're getting an ad break, so just like 1 moment.
This is so sad.
Now I'm trying to imagine what the termination log for 682 is gonna be like for this thing.
Termination?
How do you-
No, I just
how
want
do
that
you
thing to
u-
not move.
How do you use this to try and kill 682?
Ill.
Do they do this the daybreak method where it's like, oh, it's about to hit sunrise, they trap him and then just watch as he gets like fucking or do they literally just try to see if it can contain him?
I mean, that would be a really piss easy way to contain
Oh.
him until he breaks the light.
Wait, so what happens if, like, yeah, like, you're out in the middle of the day and then your shadow disappears, like, the requirements are no longer met? Do you just get freed?
Yeah, I think so.
So that, I imagine, you remember the sunrise thing? What happened was... It was dropped on where his shadow would be, and then the light came, and so his body was ripped back to where the shadow would be.
Oh
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. Either that
So
or
I
yeah.
imagine if it gets dropped onto your shadow at daytime, then nighttime comes and you move away, and then daytime comes, the same thing's going to happen.
What if
Unless
you do?
you're
What if you
able
do
to...
that with like a strong enough light, but you have it spin to do that repeatedly?
I assume you're able to, like, remove it when nighttime hits. Or, like,
I mean,
say,
yeah.
no, like, actual effect.
But what if the light's moving really fast?
I don't know.
It'd just be really funny.
Alright. Test subject 8D class. Surface as above. 4 stadium lights positioned in a ring around the subject. Determine the selection mechanism for which the subject is held. Subjects positioned that the shadows overlap. Nail dropped onto all 8 shadows. This is a really funny mental image, by the way. And again, I do like that they're not going super into detail about the interaction with the D-Class. Like, sure, it would be a little interesting to hear how they convinced 8 D-Class to stand on a circle and point their shadows together, but, like, it's not necessary.
Well, convince isn't the right word. It's, alright, stand in a circle around the nail or I'm gonna kill you with this gun. Can you take a really long item to extend your shadow?
Subject position, okay. Object embeds. Subject 9 is held. 18-year-old Caucasian, 1.8 meters, 88 kilograms. All others free to move. Reports of a scream from all subjects except 09. All subjects except 09 seen to shiver. Object recovered. 09 removed from study experiment repeated. 06 held. 24-year-old Hispanic, blah 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 blah. All others appear to shiver and report a scream but remain free. Experiment repeated 4 additional times as per above method. Discontinued after 07 fell unconscious. Subject given treatment for a severe hypothermia. Oh. I really like the secondary effects this one has on people who aren't directly affected. That's really interesting. Conclusions. Emerging patterns suggest that the youngest possible subject to be held will be. Additionally, secondary effect on larger groups observed. Further research pending acquisition of a larger sample group. Subjects of equal gender distribution, ages ranging from 18 to 59. Numerous physical traits represented. Test subject 1D class, surface 1 outdoor field, grassy, lighting early morning sun, to determine if subject can escape by digging. Procedure. Object dropped onto subject's shadow. Subject then given a shovel and told to dig out the object. Subject digs for 90 seconds, then falls over screaming. Subject expires before medical intervention could be administered. Autopsy reveals subject died of a cerebral hemorrhage. Cause indeterminate. Object recovered. Field repaired. Repeated with D07 and 08. Results identical. Conclusion. Subjects held by 272 cannot dig the nail out. Attempting to do so is invariably fatal. Test subject, none. Surface, none. Lighting, none. Purpose, to determine the object's destructibility. Procedure, 1D class personnel is given the object and a selection of tools and told to go to town and attempt to destroy the object. Test area evacuated. Results. Subject selected an angle grinder, set the object in a vise, and proceeded to bring the grinder upon the object. An instant later, subject is seen writhing on the ground, clutching his temples. Audio recordings from inside the room record subject speaking in redacted. 30 seconds later, subject expires. Autopsy reveals the cause to be a cerebral hemorrhage. Examination of the object reveals some minor damage from the grinder. Conclusions. Object appears to be fully destructible, but will resist actions against it with lethal force by an unknown method. Object tested to maintain its original functionality. Test subject 1D class personnel. Surface, concrete floor, test facility, 25-H. Lighting, 1 stadium light positioned on a computer-controlled track. Oh, God. Purpose, determine if the effects of rapid lighting shifts, and determine if subject can be withheld from object via restraints, barriers, etc. This sounds bad.
So this is kind of answering what I was asking earlier.
Procedure. Test 1. Light position to cast a long shadow. Nail dropped onto the head of subject's shadow. Light slowly raised. Test 1. Subject dragged to a proportional rate towards the object. Subject has difficulty standing. Test 2. As above, light raised very rapidly. Test 2. As above, but at a more rapid rate. Note that subject was unable to remain standing and accelerated upon falling, attributed to the decrease in shadow size relative to standing. Subject acquired minor road rash. Test 3. As above, subject was strained with chains attached to their feet. Chicken wire screen placed between subject and object. Subject expires. Data expunged. Object
Ugh.
recovered. Further testing with restrained subjects prohibited. I don't know who
Why?
thought that was a good idea. I really
You people
Yep.
know how fast they get dragged.
You know the like laser hallway scene from that one
Yeah.
movie?
Resident Evil, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
imagining him getting turned into French fries going through the fucking chicken wire.
I love Julia.
Alright, conclusion. Subject seem to be dragged by their shadow at a rate required to keep it cast upon the object. Intervening obstacle appears to not impede this function, although will damage the subject. Or in the case of barriers like the chicken wire, redacted.
Dead.
Test subject 1D class, surface as above, lighting 1 stadium light in a fixed position, roughly 45 degrees from horizontal. Establish the effects of long-term containment. Procedure. D-class, position central to the room, object is dropped on the subject's shadow. Results. Subject held. After the 3rd day, subject became unresponsive to attempts to provide nourishment. After the 1st week, subject heard to only speak redacted. See transcript below. By the 11th day, the subject, having not eaten or drank in 8 days, seemed to become agitated, rapidly shifting between mania and comatose state. How the fuck did they live 8 days without drinking?
They're really good.
At the 14-day mark, the test is terminated. Object recovered, subject noted to be severely malnourished, but resumed speaking English once the object is removed, and proceeded to recover rapidly before monthly termination. Conclusions. Extended containment has yielded that the subject will survive for prolonged periods without nourishment, but will enter a degraded mental state. Addendum. Partial transcript of Subject 4's Manic Speaking from Day 14. Translated sections in... Fuck, what are those called again?
Brackets.
Oh, those are brackets?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought brackets were the smooth ones. I thought these were different. Unless they're
Maybe.
functionally the same.
The smooth ones are parentheses.
Okay,
Or does he
that's
mean like
fair.
the squared ones? The squared ones
There's
are like
like
the
3
actual brackets,
kinds,
but these
yeah.
are a kind of bracket.
Oh, well, who cares? It's not that big a deal. Begin transcript. Who wants who?
Uh,
Do you want to not play a doctor for once?
oh no, 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 no. I don't care, Helix.
Alright, I'll take the doctor.
Alright.
Begin transcript. For the record, state your name.
Ashes burn in my tongue. I cannot taste the water. Boils in my sight.
Can you repeat that?
I cannot sleep. The screams are heard. I am not warm. The shadow steals.
Right. How do you feel?
The chains, they bind me. I cannot move. The people.
What is he saying? What is he speaking? Someone get me a translator.
Cut my flesh to ribbons that I might be free. I am the prisoner of my own foolishness. Let the crows come and let my flesh crumble like the apple whose ashes burn my tongue.
I like this one. This is a good SCP.
This is fantastic for such a simple concept.
Yeah, it's a very simple concept, but there's just enough extra to like give flavor to the object. And then we needed the termination log for 682. So do we call it after this one? It has been over 3 hours.
Probably. Wow, that's a different image
Are
than
the
what I'm familiar
termination
with.
logs here? Yeah, okay.
Good lord.
What number was it?
272.
272? Okay, can I just like find?
Do Control F.
Control F, man. What are you doing?
Found
There we
it. Alright. Item SB272. Tissue test record. Non-applicable. Termination test record. SCP-682 is released into an enclosure amidst a circular array of 30 2,000-watt stadium lights, of which only one is switched on. SCP-270... I think I know where they're going with this. Oh my fucking god. 272 is dropped onto SCP-682's shadow and embeds itself in the reinforced concrete as expected. SCP-682 quickly discovers that it is trapped by SCP-272's presence in its shadow and starts to attack SCP-272. SCP-682 then stops midway through its attack, examines 272 closely, bellows an incomprehensible string of words, and slowly backs away from 272. All 30 stadium lights are then switched on and off in random stroboscopic disco pattern at 4 Hz. SCP-682 is forcibly hurled around the enclosure in random directions in accordance with the stroboscopic pattern and sustains heavy damage. After 55 minutes of this process, 95% of SCP-682's epidermis has been abraded away. Its anterior left limb has been severed. 63 of its teeth have been broken out of its jaw, and its skull has been fractured to the point that both its eyeballs have been dislodged from their sockets. At this point, SCP-682's exposed subdermal tissue begins to luminesce. The luminescence rapidly increases until it is brighter than the stadium lights, which eliminates SCP-682's shadow entirely. SCP-682 then collapses and is no longer affected by the stroboscopic pattern. 682 continues luminescing for 48 hours, remaining immobile for the duration. D-Class personnel who recovered 272 from the enclosure were not attacked, but sustained permanent retinal damage from 682's luminescence despite wearing eye shields. After 48 hours, 682 resumes normal activity. Note: how did 682 know not to attack 272? Did it recognize the artifact? Was it able to read the glyphs carved into 272's surface? If 682 is literate, is it vulnerable to textual mimetic kill agents? Suggested methods for reliability study are welcome. That's good, I like that. I was hoping it would try to dig it out and just somehow wouldn't
I
affect it.
forget. Is it established that 682 is like sentient, like fully, or
I believe,
I forget.
yes.
It's been a while.
I believe
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
sentient.
Okay. Because like obviously, like a lot of fan bullshit goes on with 682 for reasons, so it's hard to remember what is official in terms of like its intellectual capabilities.
Yeah.
Just, what do we do? I know. Let's fling it around the room very, very rapidly.
Might I suggest looking in reading and discussion real quick for an apt summary?
One moment, I'm going to check.
The moment I saw how many lights were there, I'm like, oh no, he's dead, or should be.
Hold on. I'll just post this little bridge right beneath that. Oh my god.
I was tempted to post the 10-hour version, but nah.
Alright, I think we hit a decent few
Uh.
SCPs today. I think my favorite
you
was
ever seen-
definitely... What?
You ever seen that that video of like Ganondorf and Pichu at 999%?
I think I have, but I can.
Oh. It was this one, right? Yeah. I think this was definitely my favorite for today. I really like the exploration logs of it. Did you have a favorite for today, Mord?
Honestly, there were a good couple that I liked. Fuck, the nail was really good. I really liked the pool in particular. Just as I said before, it's dumb. It's dumb fun. I love it.
Yeah, I don't think we need all like just another killing monster SCPs. I think ones that's just like it's a weird pool.
I really liked mimic crabs. That's a strong start as well. Or wait, no, that wasn't their start, but it was right after phonographic, which was also all right.
Could you pick
Honestly,
one
this
for
was
me
just
to?
a really good pick.
Yeah. Could you just pick one that you did really like for me to put in the?
Ah, fuck, you're killing me here, man.
Yeah, that's fair. We did get a fair few fun ones.
I think I'm gonna go with self-cleaning pool.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like, all of these are really funny.
I think that's what we should start doing for our like favorite SCPs. Is just I pick one, you pick one. Because
Because
I
like
think that
I
gives a
think we
good.
can both agree on the nail being really fucking neat, even without the termination log. But God, that added so much to it.
Yeah. The nail was a really good one. I really like the testing logs for the nail because it genuinely was. Each one is something entirely new or like reaffirming something that had already been theorized. Like it wasn't just like they didn't drop the nail into the shadow of a rock to see if it worked on the rock, and then drop the nail on the shadow of a car to see if it worked on a car, and then they tried it on a building, and it's like, no, those aren't gonna work. That's not how the SCP works. That's what all
And
the
then they
test logs for
and
the
then they
book were
tried it on
like.
a slice of the carrot cake from the previous SCP tests, and then
Yeah.
a piece of it managed to fly into into the original baker's mouth, and he died of anaphylactic shock
Ugh,
because the fucking cake exploded after it was flung 70 miles an hour.
I fucking hate the cake, dude.
Once again, I think conceptually the book is fine. It needs a test redraft though. Holy fuck.
I think the nail could be crazy good for containment of so many SCPs. What if they put it on the fucking what do they put it
What
on
if they put it on
Peanut?
Shy Guy?
Yeah, well, I don't know about Shy Guy.
Why not? What do
I
you mean?
don't think he could do anything about it though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just like, what would it
Yeah,
take?
because like the only reason the lizard was able to do anything is because he is able to evolve. Like
What if you put that on? What if you do that to 173? What happens then?
exactly. Like, do you just not
Wait,
need to
it was
monitor
only
it
tested on
constantly
or it was
anymore?
only tested on organic creatures, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it? Hmm. I guess that's the only question I have in regards to its
Yeah, they
abilities.
didn't
Like,
really
does it affect
test it on what
objects?
happens. I think it might just not work on non-organic things.
I have to assume so. It seems to be some sort of like
Yeah.
weird
They didn't test it on
ritualistic
animals
sort of
either,
thing.
did
But
they?
I mean, 682.
That that's accurate. Yeah, that's
That's like
fair.
the animal of all time, man.
Yeah. All right. I think that'll be it for stream today. Thank you everybody for listening to us read SCPs, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
The nail versus the shy guy. There's probably articles on it. I wouldn't be surprised. Bye
There has to.
bye.